Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe here at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium in Parsons, Kansas, as we're going to have a home game as part of the T-Bird Classic. And it's a 3-game tournament that the Lady Vikings and the Boys Vikings will be playing in this week. We will play tonight against Wichita Collegiate Spartans on the girls' side, and then the boys will tip off after the girls' side here. And Lady Vikings come into this game with a 1-0 record after defeating Girard Trojans on Friday night 64-51. And that was a game, Scott, that you weren't able to be there, but it was all Vikings pretty much the entire game. They led comfortably. I think at one point we had a 20 or 21 point lead in the game, and I was surprised just for the mere fact I thought that we're going to have to play a lot of freshmen, and I thought we would struggle.
Yeah, I really didn't know what to expect, which is often the case at a season opener. But when you have your senior leader, Sydney Scheibe, throw in 30 points,
yeah,
good things are going to happen. I mean, she accounted for nearly half of the team's points, and hopefully she doesn't have to carry that much of a load throughout the year. She's going to get plenty of help, I'm sure, from Ashka Patel. I think Riley Dunley's going to do some good things down in the low post. But, Girard, boys and girls, they're just always tough.
Yep.
And I don't know if they're going to be a little bit down on the girls' side this year or not, but for the Lady Vikings to go in and essentially dominate,
yeah,
from opening tip to final buzzer, very impressive. And hopefully they can make it 2-0 on the season. We were looking over the collegiate roster, eight girls.
Yeah, and I want to say they graduated 4 or 5 seniors last year, Scott. I think we won by 12. If I remember correctly, last year when we played them, and I believe we played them at Collegiate last year. It was a game on Thursday night that I don't think either one of us was able to go to. Kind of like this coming Thursday, we play at Circle, and that game will be broadcast on the radio by another affiliate. Wayne Gilmore got another affiliate to do the KLKC radio broadcast. But if you're wanting to watch a live stream on Thursday, you will have to go to the Circle website, which is, I believe, I'm sure you can type in Tawanda Circle and be able to pull it up. But last year I remember Sailor Ray pouring in like 18 points for us in that game, and then had a really good game. But going back to we were talking about Friday night, Sydney Scheibe, I think she hit 20 of 25 free throws on Friday night, and as a team we shot 35 for 42. We missed 7 free throws as a team out of 42 free throws.
That's incredible, and I hope they're able to keep up that high percentage, because in case people aren't aware of it, maybe if they missed the first game against Girard, there is a rule change this year, whereas the 5th foul in any quarter, you immediately go into the double bonus. There are no 1-and-1 opportunities anymore, and then the fouls reset to 0 at the start of each quarter. I'm not sure the reason for that change, but it is what it is.
The community college here, Lady Cardinals, had been doing that. They started, I think 2 years ago, and it was like a trial basis. I think they just wanted to kind of see at the collegiate level, like at the JUCO level, to see how it was going to be. And obviously Acacia liked it, and they adopted it. And I mean, that's what we're going with.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. In my mind, it's going to make the games a little bit longer, but it's going to take a lot of pressure off some free throw shooters in tight games down the stretch.
Exactly. I mean, if you've got 2 free throws, I mean, a lot of times a lot of pressure goes into that 1-and-1, knowing, I got to make this first one so I can get that second one. But if you're in a tight game, let's say a 1-point game, and you're getting 2 for sure, even if you miss that first one, you're still getting the second chance.
Yep.
So, I mean, it definitely can benefit this Lady Vikings team, that is going to play quite a few freshmen this year. We had, I believe, 3 freshmen that got to play quite a few minutes on Friday night, and it just looks like, if we get in foul trouble, I mean, that's all we got.
Yeah.
After we've got five 5 seniors, 1 sophomore, all the rest freshmen. So, you talked about Sydney's 30 points Friday. Oscar Patel had 18 Friday night. Braylon Hinman Mitchell had 11. So we had 3 players in double digits. I feel like if we can have 3 players in double digits every night, this is a team that's going to win a lot of games. And Riley Dunley is very capable of getting double digits. If she can get some offensive rebounds and putbacks, get some easy baskets, she's definitely capable of getting the double-digit mark as well. So,
well, and we mentioned Collegiate low on numbers, only 8 girls on their roster. But the one thing that we both noticed, they do have a 6'2" junior, and the Lady Vikings don't have anybody nearly that tall. And we've learned over the years, just because somebody's tall doesn't mean that they have a big influence on a game. But with only 8 players, that 6'2", her name's Julia Herman. Even if she's not an offensive threat, she puts her hands up on defense, and she is going to be hard to shoot over, and she's probably going to grab a lot of rebounds as well.
Definitely going to cause some problems in the lane, especially if our girls are trying to drive to the basket and get a bucket. But if we get her in foul trouble, like Friday night, Sydney was not afraid to drive to the basket. Girard had two tall girls that Sydney was just driving straight at them and just making a move. And when you're making a move and crossing over, they reach and they foul you, and you're going to the free throw line. So, hopefully we can get some more of that tonight.
Yeah, it's amazing how much she has improved her ability to drive to the basket, because her freshman year, probably her first 2 years for the most part, she was just a set-up three-point shooter.
Yep.
Exclusively almost, and now she is, like you said, she is not afraid to take the ball into the paint, and that has really added a nice element to her game.
I agree totally. And it looks like we're close to getting started here. Let's run down the starters for the Lady Vikes. We got Jaden Kendrick, Riley Dunley, Ashka Patel, Sydney Scheibe, all seniors. Braylon Hinman Mitchell, sophomore. And for the visiting Collegiate, we will have Tatum Downing, Julia Herman, Kaylee Villagomez, Maddie Tiernace, and Langley Overman in the starting lineup for the Lady Spartans. But it looks like we're getting ready to do the introductions here. Let's take a 30-second break, and then we'll come back with your Lady Viking basketball. Take a 30-second break. They're listening to V93 KLKC.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Welcome back to Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium in Parsons, Kansas. Tony Fuentes along with Scott Marlowe, Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream, and Karen Hardesty back in the KLKC studio patching us through. And they are still doing the starting lineups here. And this first game of this Towanda Circle Tournament T-Bird Classic, where Parsons gets a home game as part of this, so they don't have to travel all the way to the Wichita area 3 times in 1 week. So they changed it a couple of years ago. I think this is the 3rd year that we've had a home game. Before that, it was all 3 games were at Towanda, and that made for a pretty long week when you got Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday all on the road, Scott. I don't know if you remember going to any of those days.
I remember those.
Man.
It's a good place to do a broadcast from, but a lot of driving.
Yeah.
A lot of driving in 1 week. So, I think it's a good change, and I'm a little bit surprised. I didn't know what kind of fan base Collegiate would have, but behind us and across the way, they brought some fans all the way from Wichita. So,
that's definitely a good sign for the Collegiate players here to have a little bit of support from their fan base. Coach Scheibe, Coach Dumas getting in a few last-second words to the Lady Vikings here before tip-off. And Wichita Collegiate Spartans, coached by Dylan Heath, assistant coach Chris Porter and Tracy Williams. And it looks like, I think Braylon Hinman Mitchell did the tip for us on Friday night. Looks like she's in the circle again. And she'll be going up against the 6'2" Julia Herman. And we are off. Tip goes to the Spartans. They're off for a quick shot. Missed shot off the mark by Tatum Downing, and now here comes Sydney Scheibe for a three, and she knocks it down. Sydney Scheibe, just like that, knocks down first basket of the game, 3-0 Lady Vikes. And here comes Collegiate. Tatum Downing running the point, guarded by Hinman Mitchell, and gets it into Herman, kicks it out. Jaden Kendrick with a nice steal. She wants to try to go all the way, and she lost the handle, and it does go out of bounds. I don't think it was tipped. They say it was tipped, Scott.
I didn't see anybody touch it, so the Lady Vikes may have caught a break.
Yep. We'll take it. Oscar Patel now with the ball. 7:22 to play, first quarter. 3-0 Lady Vikes. Sydney Scheibe wants another three, and she buries it. Sydney Scheibe was at 890 for her career before tonight. She already has 6 tonight. She's going to go over 900 tonight for sure. And here's Downing with it. 6-0 Lady Vikes. Try to get it down low to Herman. Herman spin move, missed shot. And rebounded by Patel. And Oscar needs to slow it down a little bit. Nope, she wants a three. And it is off the mark and rebounded by the Spartans. And here come the Lady Spartans. 6:37 to play, and they're going to call a travel on Tatum Downing. And the Lady Vikes get another turnover. So Lady Vikes in business here, up 6-0 and the ball. 6:35 to play and counting here in the first quarter. Braylon Hinman Mitchell with it. Calling out a play, gets it to Dunley. Now Scheibe looking to shoot again. This time it's off the mark, and that's a travel. So Lady Vikes are going to get another turnover. So Lady Vikes are getting a lot of extra possessions here, Scott.
They are, and I've really been impressed with the Lady Vikings' defensive intensity in the early going. If they're able to play like that for 32 minutes, it's going to make it tough on Collegiate to score.
Yep, here comes Lady Vikes, Scheibe with it. And she's going to shoot a long two, and she drains it. Sydney Scheibe, 3 for 4, got 8 points, 8-0 Lady Vikes, 6-minute mark, first quarter. And Sydney Scheibe just on a mission, Scott.
Yeah, that's 8 points in 2 minutes.
Julia Herman turnaround, no good, gets her own rebound, put back, and the foul's probably going to be on Dunley. So Julia Herman gets her first basket, and the foul is on Riley Dunley. It'll be her first. So 8-2, and Julia Herman at the free throw line. It is up and no good, but I thought it was going to be an offensive rebound. But Dunley gets it to Scheibe quickly. Scheibe's wanting to drive, kicks it out to Patel for a three, And it is off the mark, but Riley Dunley with a great rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. It should be Lady Vikes' ball. It is. So Braylon Hinman Mitchell will inbounds for the Lady Vikes. Can't get it over Herman. She tries to get it to Scheibe. And now Jaden Kendrick playing great defense. Almost with the steal there. Lainey Conrad gets it down to Herman. Herman gets the go. She is going to be a tough person to defend down low with that length. 8-4, Lady Vikes with a 4-point lead. And now a steal, but they lost it. And now out of bounds to the Lady Spartans. Langley Overman the inbounds for the Lady Spartans. Here comes Downing, guarded by Hinman Mitchell. 5:03 to play. First quarter, 8-4 Lady Vikings. Herman give and go. Gets it to go. Overman with her first basket. 8-6. So we just haven't had a score since those first few possessions. Lady Vikes need to get something in the basket. Here comes Hinman Mitchell with the drive and the basket.
That was impressive.
Wow. If she can continue to do that, that would be amazing. Lady Vikes now with a 10-6 lead, and Hinman Mitchell will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. It is up and good. Lady Vikes, if you're just joining in, was very good from the free throw line, 35 of 42 on Friday night. And they start off 1 for 1 tonight on their free throws. Now down to the 4.5-minute mark. Spartans with the ball, Vikings with a 5-point. Hinman Mitchell with the steal. She's wanting to go all the way, pulls up, good. Braylon Hinman Mitchell already with 5. Lady Vikes lead 13-6. 4:12 to play. Try to get it into Herman, and it is stolen by Patel. And then I think Herman may have fouled her.
Yeah, that was the call. And
was it on Herman?
It was on Herman, and I got to tell you, Hinman Mitchell, well, she is playing with so much more confidence than she did last year. I know she's going to get obviously a lot more minutes this season as a sophomore, but yeah, she is playing with a ton of confidence here in the first quarter.
Oscar Patel wanting to drive, left-handed, just barely misses. I was impressed with the left-handed shot there. Down to 3:54 and counting, and we got a timeout on the floor. So Lady Vikes lead 13-6. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking basketball on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Welcome back to Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium at Parsons High School. Lady Vikings with a 13-6 lead over the Wichita Collegiate Spartans at the 3:50 and counting here in the first quarter. And Maddie Tiernan almost turns it over. They kick it back out, and now it is a steal. Here comes Hinman Mitchell, and she wants to shoot, and she does, and she is fouled. So Braylon Hinman Mitchell will go to the line to shoot two. Very aggressive, Scott.
Yeah, and I mentioned the defensive intensity by the Lady Vikes early on. They've forced Collegiate into 5 turnovers in less than 5 minutes. So great job by the Lady Vikes on the defensive end.
Yeah. First free throw is off the mark. I shouldn't have said something about how good they're shooting free throws. I just jinxed them. Who was that foul on, Scott?
Well, they put it up and took it off the scoreboard so fast, I'm not sure.
Hinman Mitchell's second free throw is on the way, and in and out, no good. So empty on this free throws. So 3.5 to play, first quarter. 13-6 Lady Vikings. Tiernan with it. Want to drive the baseline, and it's stolen. Here comes Sydney Scheibe. She gives it up to Hinman Mitchell. Now Hinman Mitchell in the lane, missed it, and rebounded by the Spartans. Here comes Julia Herman, pulls up, and it's good. Julia Herman now with 6 points. 13-8 Lady Vikings. And I think it's just Sydney just tying her shoes. Now they got a full court press. 2:57 to play, first quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 5, 13-8. Patel with it, and she throws it away. And a basket by the Lady Spartans. So the Lady Spartans, Maddie Tiernan scores to make it a 3-point game, 13-10. The Lady Vikes didn't handle the pressure, the full court pressure, very well that time, Scott.
No, and that could be an issue as the game progresses. And speaking of full court press, you will see that for 32 minutes
and here is
in the
give
boys'
and go.
game.
Sydney Scheibe with a basket and a foul. So Scheibe now with 10 points here in the first quarter.
And Tony, that was obviously a set play from the sideline, and the Lady Vikings executed it perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, I know they just won the basket, but they get the foul too. And she knocks it down. So Sydney now with 11 points here in the early going. 2:43 to play here in the first quarter. And Downing bringing the ball up for the Lady Spartans. Gets it down low to Monahan. And nearly turned over. Now turned around by Monahan is no good. They're going to say an illegal screen, I believe. Oh, 3 seconds? 3 seconds in the lane, perfect. How many turnovers is that?
Number 6.
Wow. Junior Laney Conrad checks back in for the Lady Spartans. 2:27 play, first quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 6, 16-10. And here comes Braylon Hinman Mitchell bringing it up the court for the Lady Vikes. Gets it to Dunley. Dunley tries to get it back to Hinman Mitchell. I think she lost it. And they're going to call a jump ball. It should be Lady Spartans possession. Sure enough. I think they were trying to do the same play, Scott.
Sure looked like it.
They're like, if it worked once, let's try it again. And now here comes Downing. Monahan to Herman. And that's going to be tough to stop. We just don't have the height to stop her. I think they can continue to try to feed it to her the whole game.
Yeah, she has a nice soft touch.
16-12, Lady Vikes with a 4-point lead. Jaden Kendrick gets blocked out of bounds, so it will be Lady Vikings ball. Tierra Smith checks out for the Lady Vikes. Patel checks back in. 1:48 to play, first quarter. Gets it in to Dunley. It should be a foul. We got a hold on, might be on Herman, sure enough. Scott, that's 2. That's big.
That is big.
That's the first quarter. Yeah, if we can get her on the bench for a while, should be able to build a lead. And Dunley's shot is no good. So Riley Dunley will have one more free throw coming. We've reached that 5 free throw or 5 foul mark to give them free throws that we talked about earlier, Scott. It can definitely benefit the Lady Vikes if they can knock down the free throws. Downing gets it to Monahan. Over to Conrad. Now Herman. I think she was up and down maybe. They're going to call a jump ball, sure enough. Could be Lady Vikes possession on the jump ball.
And Lady Vikes I love their movement in the zone. They look really quick tonight, and that was a nice recovery to force the turnover on that play. I'm impressed with Julia Herman though. Sometimes when a girl's 6'2", they don't have a nice soft touch, but she's going to be trouble tonight. So like you said, hopefully Lady Vikes can get her in foul trouble.
Oh, Dunley just pushed Villa Gomez in the back, and she can't do that. There wasn't really any need for it.
No, there wasn't.
So Villa Gomez just checked into the game. Senior point guard, younger sister Chloe Villa Gomez is a sophomore on this team as well. So steal by Braylon Hinman Mitchell, and it's going to get knocked out of bounds by Downing. So Lady Vikes will get the steal. So possession to the Lady Vikes. Patel to inbound, 17-12. 5-point lead for the Lady Vikes. Nearing the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Patel for a long three, and she buries it. Oscar Patel hits a three-pointer to get an 8-point lead. That's ties the largest mark of the game. We had an 8-0 lead to start off. Now it's 20-12. And another steal, Jaden Kendrick with it. She's going to get her pocket pick. And Villa Gomez steals it, gets it to Downing. Down to 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Conrad with it, gets it down low. Overman is fouled, I believe, by Kendrick. I think it's a shooting foul. So Overman will go to the line to shoot two. I think that's Kendrick's first foul. And Overman knocks down the first free throw. She has 3 points. And Alex Stoneberger checks in for the first time for the Lady Vikes, freshman. First freshman in the game. Overman's second one is no good. And they're going to say a lane violation on Dunley. So Overman's going to get another shot at it. Wiping up something off the floor so somebody doesn't slip. So down to 38.8 seconds to play first quarter. Lady Vikes with a 20-13 lead. And second free throw from Overman is good. So that cost us a point there on the lane violation. We'll have to remember that if it comes down to a 1-point game here later on. Patel with it. Gets it to Scheibe. She wanted the three. Now she's driving. Throws it up. No good. Now rebounded by the Spartans. And here comes Maddie Tiernes. And Maddie breaks the press. Gets it to Monahan. Villa Gomez on the wing. Now in the lane. Back out. Villa Gomez, the younger Villa Gomez with it. And they run out of time. They don't even get a shot off. So 20-14, Lady Vikes with a 6-point lead. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Welcome back to Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium in Parsons, Kansas. This game part of the T-Bird Classic. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe here, along with Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. Karen Hardesty back at the KLKC studio. And the Lady Vikes will have the first possession of the second quarter with a 6-point lead, 20-14. Sydney Scheibe, spin move, lost it, and they say it's off her. So it's going the other way. So Scheibe didn't really like the call there, but I think it was off her knee. Now Downing with it. Trying to get it down low. And they're going to have a quick foul on Jaden Kendrick, I believe. So it'll be second foul on Jaden Kendrick. So Overman to inbounds for the Lady Spartans. She gets it into Downing. Downing is stolen. And here comes Oscar Patel. Oscar wants to go all the way to the basket. She pulls up, kicks it out to Riley Dunley. Kicks it out to Scheibe for a three, and it's blocked by Herman. And that's what that length will get you, Scott, sometimes.
Yeah, she had just enough length to tip that ball.
Yep, and here's Overman in the paint, and she scores it. She just threw it up, and it went in. So the first points of the second quarter go to the Lady Spartans. And the foul's going to go on Riley Dunley, which I believe is her third. And Overman gets the free throw. So now we're at a 3-point game, 20-17. Oscar Patel bringing it up the court at the 7-minute mark. Now gives it off to Hinman Mitchell. Raylan Hinman Mitchell kicks it off to Scheibe. Scheibe guarded by Herman. I'm surprised. And now Patel gets it back to Scheibe again. Now Scheibe goes all the way, blocked again, and then gets an offensive rebound and then misses the putback. So Herman with the rebound, and now she throws it ahead to Downing. Now Villa Gomez nearly loses it, and they're fighting for it on the floor. And they're going to say, they're going to call a travel on the Lady Spartans. .6:35 to play, second quarter, 20-17, Lady Vikings, 3-point lead. Raylan Hinman Mitchell with it on the wing. Wanting to drive baseline, kicks it all the way across to Dunley for a three. In and out, no good. Villa Gomez with the rebound for the Lady Spartans. 6:14 and counting here to go in second quarter. Gets it down to Herman. Herman wants to go to work. Throws it up, no good. And it is going to go out of bounds off the Lady Spartans. The Lady Vikes played good solid defense on that possession. Now Hinman Mitchell with it. And we got a timeout, Lady Vikings. I think it's just a 30-second. We'll just keep it here. Yeah, Scott, it looks like Hinman Mitchell was needing a break there. She was gasping for air.
Yeah, and probably a good timeout by Coach Scheibe. It's been a rough first 2 minutes to the second quarter for the Lady Vikes, getting outscored 5-0, but yeah, they'll be fine. They just need to settle down a little bit on the offensive end, and and hopefully get that third foul on Julia Herman. That'd be big if they can get at least that third foul on her before halftime.
Exactly. I know she's a big part of their offense and defense. She scored 8 points already, and then she had a block shot of Sydney Scheibe's three-point attempt there about 45 seconds ago in the game time, and the length is definitely going to be a problem, and they're going to go full court press coming out of this timeout. They get it into Patel, and she's going to get trapped. Back to Hinman Mitchell. They break the press. Now Scheibe wants to go, and she loses the dribble, and they're going to say they're going to keep with the Lady Vikes, I think.
Actually, I feel like it went off Sydney, but everybody in the gym wondering why wasn't a foul call.
Yeah. So Sydney with the inbounds, and now she's going in the lane, and she scores it.
And that's going to foul number 3, I believe.
And that's going to be on Herman. Sure enough. I mean, that you couldn't have pictured that any better. You know, that's what you want to do at that point of the game, to get the basket and the foul. And Herman's definitely not happy about that.
And that was so savvy by Sydney to be able to go to the far side of the court and get that ball over the 6'2" Herman.
It's almost kind of like a little hook move.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes Downing. 6-point lead now for Lady Vikes at 23-17. Conrad gets it back to Downing. Now Overman in the paint. She loses it, but Villa Gomez kicks it back out to Downing. Conrad thought about the 3. Now just a lot of passing going on around the perimeter. And now Villa Gomez for a 2. No good. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Spartans. So very scrappy club here, Lady Spartans. You know, besides Herman, they don't have a whole lot of height. Overman might be the tallest besides Herman. So now Conrad with a long 3, and Braylon Hinman Mitchell gets it to Scheibe. And the Lady Vikes are heading the other way. Scheibe pulls up, no good, and rebounded by Conrad. 5-minute mark, second quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 6. Overman in the paint, misses the shot. They're going to say it was on the floor, and they're going to call the foul on Sydney Scheibe. It'll be her first.
That was probably a good foul. It essentially saved a layup.
So Collegiate will inbounds under their own basket, gets it into Overman. She throws it up, just throws it away. I think she expected Conrad to go to the basket, and Conrad was not on the same page, and it ends up being a turnover. So Patel will inbounds to him and Mitchell. We're at 4:50 and counting here to go in the first half of the Lady Vikings game. Scheibe open 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Overman. Now Downing with it. 6-point lead, Lady Vikings. Conrad, near steal. Now Conrad wants to drive, and now she pulls up. Now Overman tries to get it back to Downing. Downing wants a shot, no good, and it is rebounded by Collegiate. Somehow they got a rebound in that corner, and they're going to take a timeout. So Lady Vikes with a 23-17 lead. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Welcome back. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe here at Parsons High School. Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. Karen Hardesty back in the KLKC studio for us. And Downing with the ball here for the Lady Spartans. Tries to get it down low to Herman. And they're going to call a foul on probably Sydney Scheibe.
And I'll be honest with you, Tony, I'm a little bit surprised that Herman's on the floor.
They call it on 14, Tiara Smith. Yeah, I'm really surprised with 3 fouls.
And, it's only a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and Herman with it. Kicks it out. No good, and rebounded by Scheibe. 3:50 to go, second quarter. Scheibe for 3. buries it. Sydney Scheibe now with 16 points, 26-17 lead. Lady Vikings up to a 9-point lead. I think that is the largest of the night. Downing with it. Gets it in the lane. Great defense by the Lady Vikes. Herman, top of the key. Now she throws it back up top. Conrad gets over to Villa Gomez. Now open Conrad for three. No good. Tara Smith, great rebound. And here comes Sydney Scheibe for the Lady Vikes. 9-point lead and the ball. Lady Vikes can settle it down here if they wanted to, but they're going to shoot. Ashka Patel, no good. But Jaden Kendrick with a great offensive rebound. Now Sydney Scheibe gets it to go. Wow, unbelievable. That is unbelievable, Scott.
Yeah, she's taken her game to new heights here early on in her senior year, Tony, and to me it just looks like she has so much energy. And I think she's probably in the best shape of her life, and she is just on pace to just have an outstanding senior season.
Yep, knocks down the free throw, so she's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. All three of them have been the old-fashioned threes to go along with 3 real threes, so she has 20 points now. So
after a 30-point performance Friday night.
Yeah, so she's definitely off to a great start here in the early goings of this season. And checking into the game is Maddie Tiernes for Wichita Collegiate. Just trying to get it in. Gets it into Downing. Downing give and go with Conrad. Misses it, but Downing gets the rebound. And she is fouled by, I believe, Alex Stoneberger. So Alex Stoneberger will pick up her first foul. And Tatum Downing will go to the free throw line to try to get her first points of the night. First one is no good. So she doesn't shoot much, Scott. I noticed she takes care of the ball, brings it up the court, but I want to say that might have been her first shot of the game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She's a true point guard. And now what a rebound by Herman, and she gets the putback. So after 2 missed free throws, Julia Herman gets the offensive rebound and a putback. Lady Vikes lead 29-19. Now Hinman Mitchell in the lane. It's good. Hinman Mitchell now with 7 points.
And if you notice, Tony, Herman had to really back off on defense because she didn't want to get that 4th foul.
And Downing with it. Kicks it out to Tiernes. Villa Gomez gets it to Herman. Herman's double teamed. And that should have been a travel, but they no call. Now Downing gets it to Villa Gomez. Off the glass and good. So Callie Villa Gomez, the senior, with her first basket of the game at the 150 mark. 31-21. Lady Vikes still with a 10-point lead. We got another freshman in the game for the Lady Vikes. Terry Draper into the game for the Lady Vikes. Now Braylon Hinman Mitchell with it. Gets it to Draper. Draper for a long 2. No good. Villa Gomez gets it up court. And she throws it away. That was great way to defend the ball there by Jaden Kendrick.
That was smart.
To block Tiernes from being able to go and try to save that, which I don't think she could have saved it to any of her teammates, but just to make sure that we have the possession. And so Lady Vikes with a 10-point lead and the possession. Braylon Hinman Mitchell with it at the 118 mark. Gets it to Alex Stoneberger, now to Scheibe. Scheibe drives and scores it. So Sydney Scheibe with 22 points here in the first half. 33-21, Lady Vikes 12-point lead now. Under a minute to play in the first half. Herman for a long 2, no good. I think Herman may be a little frustrated there taking that long shot. Now Kendrick for 3. Should have fouled her shot. She follows her shot. She gets her offensive rebound. It was a good-looking shot, just didn't go. Downing with it, 34 seconds. Tries to get it down low to Herman, and now a foul going the other way. And Lady Vikes will have possession. The foul is going to go on the senior, Callie Villagomez. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Lady Vikes with a 12-point lead and possession.
Tony, Sydney's outscored Collegiate all by herself.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hopefully we can hold for last shot here. Well, Lady Vikes are going to work. Sydney Scheibe going in and scoring. Unbelievable, 24 points now for Scheibe. As we're nearing the 12-second mark, 10 seconds. Overman kicks it out. Conrad with it, and they throw it away. And Lady Vikes might have a chance to shoot a long shot here.
I'd be looking for Sydney Scheibe or Ashka Patel on this final possession. 15 turnovers, Tony, for Collegiate.
Yeah, nobody's guarding Sydney. She can shoot this. I'm not sure why she didn't shoot that. But anyway, it's halftime. Lady Vikes 35-21 lead at the half. Let's take about a 1-minute break. We'll come back and break down the first half of the girls' contest. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
High School, Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and man, Lady Vikes got off to a hot start. Sydney Scheibe, first 8 points of the game, up 8-0, and then the Lady Spartans came fighting back and got the game, I believe, tied, and then off the Lady Vikes go again on a run, and Lady Vikes with a 35-21 lead here at halftime, and this is part of the T-Bird Classic out of the Towanda Circle Tournament. And let's run down the scores. First for the Lady Spartans, Julia Herman with 10, Callie Villagomez 2, Maddie Tiernes 2, Langley Overman 7, and leading the way for the Lady Vikings, Sydney Scheibe with 24, Braylon Hinman Mitchell with 7, Ashka Patel with 3, and Riley Dunley with 1. And Scott, there's the only word I got is impressive by Sydney Scheibe.
Yeah, she seems to be on a mission. 30 points. What do you say? 20 of those from the free throw line at Girard. And so, what do you do to top a 30-point performance in the season opener? You come out and pour in 24 in the first half.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what the single game record is for Lady Viking basketball. I'm going to just throw out a guess that maybe Debbie Burris holds that record because she scored over 1,600 in her career, I believe, and is the top scorer all time. But I mean, if she has another 24-point half, I think that's going to be a new record for for Lady Viking basketball. I don't ever remember anybody scoring 40 points. Tony Gross, maybe, who went on to play at LSU, had some huge games. But man, that's just incredible. And also, Lady Vikes, they're gonna have to play really good defense all year as a team. When you're on the defensive end, it takes all 5 players being in the right place at the right time, playing with a lot of intensity, and that's what I saw to the Lady Vikes for the first 16 minutes.
Yep. And this is the Eye Care Associate of Parsons halftime report. Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. So, yeah, just so, I mean, just watching Sydney on Friday night thinking, if she can score, 20 to 25 a game all year average, she's going to keep us in some ball games. And then, just boggles me that she comes in and pours in. And I feel like this is a collegiate team they're not bad. I mean, they're scrappy. I
don't think they have a lot of scores outside of Herman from what we've seen. And Herman has those 3 fouls, so Lady Vikings can get that number 4 on her early in the second half would be huge. And another thing to look for in the second half, we mentioned this in the pregame, only 8 players on the collegiate roster. Yeah. At what point does fatigue become a factor?
Yeah, and I feel like the Lady Vikings have played, I think, 9 players in the first half, which I think they only played 9 players total at Girard. So, they're on pace, to play about the same amount of girls. But, when you start getting into that 9th, 10th, and 11th player that could come in and give the 1, 2, 3, 4 a breather, it's just big. And you don't necessarily want to do it just because of foul reasons, but if you can do it just to give them a 30-second break, in the middle of a quarter, just to get them fresh to go back in there and finish out the quarter, especially an Ashka Patel, a Sydney Scheibe, Braylon Hinman Mitchell, I feel like those 3 are going to be our big 3 this year. And, Hinman Mitchell's already off to a good start tonight. She has 7. And Patel, it's there. She's capable.
Yeah, she's probably the streakiest shooter.
Yeah, she could go off for, 10 to 15 here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, but it'll be interesting to see, just how Collegiate tries to, go in the locker room and come up with some way to stop Sydney Scheibe, because, like we said in the pregame, her being more versatile and going to drive to the basket, she's definitely looking to do that more, and she's going to have to do that more as the season progresses, to give us chances to win, because I just don't think we can live and die by the three-pointer all year. It's just not going to happen. I mean, there's going to be nights when the threes aren't going, and there's going to be nights where they really, really guard the perimeter, and you're not going to get any open looks. So for her to be, already in that mindset, and Coach Pat Scheibe has talked to us about her wanting to do that. So, I mean, I think that's great.
And, Tony, looking ahead to our boys contest, I don't know that I've ever seen this. Wichita Collegiate, the top-ranked team in Class 3A, they didn't warm up during halftime, and I'm wondering, are they in another gym?
I don't know.
Maybe, and if so, why would they do that? And another thing I noticed, as the Viking boys are out there, there's no Landon Wheat.
Huh. Yeah, that's odd as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and the boys' game, I think, is going to be a track meet, because Collegiate will press, and the Vikings like to play fast. So that'll be a lot of up and down action. Should be a lot of fun, but the Vikings will have their hands full with the top-ranked Spartans from Wichita Collegiate. But, yeah, back to the girls, Tony. I've seen the Lady Vikes play 6 quarters now, and to say I'm pleased would be an understatement, because I didn't really know what to expect, because I knew they were going to have a different look this season. And, man, the young players are stepping up, and your senior leaders are doing exactly what you need.
Yep.
Need them to do. So, great start to the season so far for the Lady Vikes.
I couldn't agree more. I feel like all the seniors are stepping in and playing a great role. And, I was impressed with some of the offensive rebounds on that first half. It's just, scrappy and running for the ball. I mean, that's one thing that I felt like last year's team was they weren't the type of team that's going to run and dive on the floor to get a ball to try to get a jump ball. You know, they were just going to be like, hey, if they get it, they get it. We're good enough that we don't need to go and get those extra possessions. But this team needs those extra possessions to be able to be successful. And I feel like early on, you know, I think they're very impressive as far as getting after on defense and going after loose balls. So
yeah, and we talked a lot about Sydney already, and rightfully so. But we talked about what she's added to her game, the ability to drive to the basket. It makes her so much more difficult to guard. Used to be, if you could just get out on her on the perimeter, you could essentially shut her down for the night. And now, if you come out, if you run out at her at the three-point line, she's not afraid to go by you, do a spin move, and how many times did she absorb contact and get the basket to go already tonight? So she's going to be fun to watch this entire season.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some games where you know, a team's that knows our team well that can probably double team her and shut her down and get her frustrated, and that's going to happen at some point. There's going to be teams that's going to watch some of our film, and they're going to know what to do. And especially, you know, our league teams that play us twice, you know, especially after playing us one time, you know, the second time around, it's always completely different. So we're already ready for the second half. So that's going to end our Eye Care Associate of Parsons halftime report. Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, and we are ready for second half action. And Overman to inbounds. And she throws it away. Ashka Patel going the other way. Ashka wants a three, and it's good. So we just said at the halftime that she could get hot, and sure enough, less than 10 seconds into the second half, Ashka Patel with a three-pointer. And we got a timeout by the referees here. Let's see, I'm not sure what happened, Scott, do you?
No, I'm not sure. Oh, the music is still playing from halftime. I hadn't even noticed.
Yeah, I don't think the coach liked that too much, I guess. I was wondering what was going on. I seen Jaden Kendrick run off the court. So, yeah, they're turning off the music here. So, here comes Downing. Tries to get it down to, and another steal by, so Ashka Patel with 2 steals and a three already less than 30 seconds into the second half. Patel for another three, and it's good! Ashka Patel now with 9 points, 41-21, just like that, Scott, up to a 20-point lead. Wow. And Sydney Scheibe near steal. Now Downing with it in the corner. She's going to shoot, and it's no good. And it's rebounded by Villa Gomez. Now Scheibe with it. Down to 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sydney Scheibe bringing it up the court. Gets it to Braylon Hinman-Mitchell. Kicks it to Kendrick. Off the mark, but Riley Dunley with a big three-pointer. And now rebounded by Braylon Hinman-Mitchell, and she scores it. So now she has 9. So now we have Scheibe 24 and Hinman-Mitchell and Patel both with 9. So those three, all three were double digits on Friday, Scott, and they're looking to go double digits again. Downing with it. Overman in the paint, and she is fouled, I think, by Scheibe. 22-point lead at 43-21, Lady Vikings. And it is the second foul on Scheibe. So Overman will go to the line. 6:25 to play, third quarter. First free throw is good. The only free throw Overman missed, Scott, was the one Riley Dunley was in the paint early. But other than that, she's perfect, 4 for 4. And she knocks down her 5th one. Gets it into Hinman-Mitchell. Braylon bringing it up the court, wants to go all the way, and she is fouled by Overman. So Braylon Hinman Mitchell will go to the line.
Yeah, she continues to play with a lot of aggressiveness tonight, Tony, and she's obviously going to be a big part of the Lady Vikings' success this season.
Yep. So Hinman Mitchell made her first free throw and then missed her next two, and then she misses that one. So she's missed 3 in a row here. So she's due to make one. Villa Gomez checks in for Overman. Overman, I think, picked up her 3rd foul. And Hinman Mitchell gets it to go. It was a little short, but it crawled over. And now she has 10 points. So double digits for Braylon. There goes Villa Gomez. She traveled. So Lady Vikes will get the ball back on that turnover. 44-23. Lady Vikes with a 21-point lead. Ashka Patel with it. Down nearing the 6-minute mark here of the 3rd quarter. And give and go to Scheibe, and it goes. Sydney Scheibe continues to score, and that's up to 26. 5:58 and counting, and we got a timeout on the floor. Let's take a timeout with them. Lady Vikes 46-23. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Back to Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. Karen Hardesty back at the KLK studio. And we are at the 5:56 mark of the 3rd quarter. Lady Vikes have them doubled up right now. 46-23. 23-point advantage for the Lady Vikings. And this is about the point of the game at Girard, Scott, that we were up, I think, around 21. So not a fluke.
Right. Yeah. Lady Vikings just need to stay focused. Sometimes when you get a big lead like this, the normal pattern is to back off a little bit, but need to make sure they don't lose focus.
Here comes Downing. And Herman, long two, no good. What a rebound by Jaden Kendrick. And now Downing with the foul on Kendrick. And Hinman Mitchell to inbounds for the Lady Vikes. She's in the Scheibe. Oh, she almost traveled there. But Patel has it up. Now at the Dunley, back to Patel. Patel thought about throwing it all the way across to Scheibe. Now Dunley for a 3, and Scheibe trying not to pick up that 3rd foul, being careful there. And Jaden Kendrick knocked it away from Herman there. But Herman was able to recover. Villa Gomez gets it back up top to Downing. Nearing the 5-minute mark here of the 3rd quarter. Lady Vikes with a 23-point lead. Conrad with it. Conrad thought about shooting. Now Downey with it. I'd just let them run some clock here. If they want to run clock, let them run it. Herman back to Downing. Downing shoots a 3. No good. And now Kendrick needs to slow it down. And she's going all the way and scores it. Jaden Kendrick continues to impress. Great defense, and now gets the bucket. I thought she needed to slow that up, Scott. But
yeah, that was a lot of body control to be able to get all the way down the court and get that to go in.
Oh, wow. Herman trying to throw it cross court, hits the rim. And then, now Scheibe gets her pocket pick. And now Braylon Hinman Mitchell gets the tie-up. That will be Collegiate basketball. I'm wrong, and it's Lady Vikings basketball. Patel with it. Gets it into Kendrick. Thought about the three. Back to Patel. Now Hinman Mitchell. Down low to Tierra Smith. Back out to Kendrick for a three. Oh, in and out. I thought she had it.
It looked good all the way.
So close. Lady Vikes with a 25-point lead at 48-23. Largest lead of the night. Nearing the halfway point of the third quarter. Downing with it. Gets it to Herman. Herman almost got the roll there. I'm not sure why Tierra Smith's trying to save that because that was off the shot. But the Lady Spartans will have the ball. So a couple substitutions for the Lady Spartans. Maddie Tiernis will inbounds for the Lady Spartans, gives it into Downing. 48-23, Lady Vikes with a 25-point lead. Monahan loses the handle. I think it's got to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Spartans. Which I'm fine with that. Wasn't nothing going on anyway. So get it into Herman. Herman tries to get it down low to Overman. Now Herman. Nice shot there. Gets her 12th point. So 48-25. Scheibe for three. In and out, no good. Now Downing with it, going the other way. Lady Vikes a 23-point lead. Thought about a three there. Now Monahan, no good. And foul on the floor is going to go against Patel, I believe. It'll send Herman to the line. So Ashka Patel picking up her first personal. So Julia Herman will go to the line to shoot two.
Tony, about the only statistical category that Collegiate has the advantage is rebounding. They've out-rebounded the Lady Vikes 25-18 on the night, and other than that, Lady Vikes have basically dominated.
So Lady Vikes, I didn't think you have to have somebody in the lane, but maybe you do, Scott. I thought they was all over here talking to Coach Scheibe, and they made at least two of them go into the lane. I didn't know that was a rule, but
I'm not sure on that either.
So Herman's second one is also good. So now 14 points for Julia Herman, junior player for Wichita Collegiate. Now back to a 21-point advantage for the Lady Vikes. The Lady Vikings, like you said, they need to keep scoring. Kendrick with it in the corner, gets it back to Patel. Hinman Mitchell. Now Scheibe puts it on the floor. And they're going to say it's offensive. Scheibe may have leaned a little, but that's her third. So now both of the top players for both teams have three. So it's the race to four, and we don't want to win the race.
No, and I thought Coach Scheibe might take her out with this big lead, 48-27.
Yep, here Downing with the long three. It's no good. And rebounded, though, by Overman. Now Conrad gets it to Herman, and Herman banks it in. So sure enough, Julia Herman just keeps scoring, trying to get him back into it, inching away. 48-29, no good for Scheibe, but Lady Vikes fight for the rebound. They're going to say a jump ball. Riley Dunley, I don't know, Scott. She was reaching over the top. I thought she was going to get called for the foul, and they didn't call it. So
yeah, I expected a little bit quicker whistle.
So the Lady Vikes get sort of a break there by calling no foul, and now a missed shot. Now Hinman Mitchell with the missed shot. Now Dunley gets another offensive rebound, and she is fouled. So Riley Dunley will go to the line to shoot 2. She has 1 point from the free throw line in the first quarter. And second one comes from the free throw line as well. So 2 points now for Riley Dunley. And she'll have one more free throw coming. 20-point lead for the Lady Vikes at 49-29. 2:08 to play in the third quarter. Second one's no good. Villa Gomez off to the races, and she is fouled by Jaden Kendrick, bumped from behind.
It was the right idea by Kendrick. She just barely bumped her. She was going for the steal.
Yep, third foul on Kendrick. Now Alex Stoneberger will check in for Kendrick. So 20-point lead, Lady Vikes. They're just trying to force it down to Herman. And it went out of bounds. I thought that was off of Herman. Sydney Scheibe thought the same thing. Now Dunley is guarding Herman. Herman, 15-footer's good.
She's tough, Tony. She's a good player.
Yeah, she's good. She knocks it down. Now Hinman Mitchell gets it to Stoneberger, but now she loses the handle, and here comes Downing the other way. 49-31. And a rebound by Mitchell off the missed shot. So 18-point lead for the Lady Vikes at 49-31. And Scheibe going into the lane, and it's going to be a blocking foul, I believe.
It's an offensive foul.
They called offensive?
Yep.
Wow. I did not think that was an offensive foul, but
Coach Scheibe doesn't even realize it yet. I think he was asking if she was going to get to shoot free throws because I think he thought Sydney got fouled on the shot. Let's see, there's officials are still having a discussion.
So that's big. That's a second offensive foul on Sydney Scheibe in this quarter.
And she's still on the floor, Tony, with 4 fouls.
Yeah. It could be a different game if she fouls out. Did I call a timeout?
Yeah, Collegiate was awarded a timeout.
Yeah, timeout on the floor. They're going to take a full, so let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
So this Lady Vikings defense needs to basically hold their ground the rest of this quarter and get into that fourth quarter so Scheibe can. That should have been a backcourt.
That was close to a backcourt violation.
I was thinking the same thing. Downing with it. And she gets it down low to Conrad. Trying to get to Herman. Backdoor, no good. And now Villa Gomez gets it to go. So Chloe Villa Gomez with her first basket. So a 16-point advantage, 49-33. Lady Vikes with a 16-point lead, had it up to 25. And now an air ball by Patel. And here comes the Lady Spartans with 40 seconds. And I think they're wanting to go for the last shot here, which is probably fine by us.
It looks like the Lady Vikes are just going to set back in their zone.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, as long as they don't score here, it'd be great. Down to 17 seconds. Now Overman. And a steal. Alex Stoneberger with it. Bringing it up the court. Tries to get it ahead to Kendrick, and they lose the handle. Now 7 seconds. They should have slowed that down just a little bit, because there was still plenty of time to set something up. But I think she's seen Kendrick go into the basket and tried to thread the needle. Almost made it. Now Downing with it quickly to the corner to Conrad, no good. So Lady Vikes dodged a bullet in the last minute there. So Lady Vikes with a 16-point lead, 49-33, and we're heading to the fourth quarter. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking basketball on V93.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Welcome back to Harold T. Johnson Gymnasium at Parsons High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. Karen Hardesty back at the KLKC studio, and we are ready for the last quarter of the girls contest. 49-33, and the Lady Spartans with the possession to start the fourth quarter. Downing with it. I'm guessing they're going to try to get the ball down low to Herman as much as they can. Knocked away. It's going to stay with the Spartans.
You know, a lot of work obviously to be done by Collegiate, but they did a nice job whittling that 25-point deficit down to 16.
Yes, they did. Herman with it in the paint. Loses it. Villa Gomez with it. Now Tiernas gets it back up top to Downing. Now Hinman Mitchell with great defense there. Now Villa Gomez back out to Tiernas. Great defense here by the Lady Vikes. Downing trying to get it back down to Herman. And Scheibe is in the game, Scott.
Foul on Mitchell, I believe. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised she's out there. I thought Coach might sit her for the first couple of minutes.
That's just Braylon's first foul. I felt like she's played some really good defense, and just to pick up her first foul now in the fourth quarter is really disciplined. Now Downing with it up top, nearing the 7-minute mark now. Long shot off the mark. Braylon Hinman Mitchell with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Scheibe. Scheibe with it, kicks it out to Kendrick for a three. No good. Nice rebound by Patel. And I believe she's fouled. I couldn't see it, Scott. Could you?
I thought she was fouled. I couldn't tell if it was on a shot. Looks like they were going to give her 2 free throws.
Wow. I didn't think there was any way she was shooting, but at this point, we'll take it.
And I think the Wichita Collegiate coach is asking the same question.
And free throw is good. So that's one good thing about the Lady Vikes. They, so far earlier in this year, they have shot the free throws well. So Patel's going to get a chance for another one. 17-point lead, and it's going to stay there with the rebound going to Monahan. Now Tiernas to bring it up. Gets it to Downing. Downing open shot is no good. Rebounded by Sydney Scheibe. And they're gonna call a jump ball on that. Wow. Now they're gonna play full court press against the Lady Vikings. So 17-point lead for the Lady Vikings. They have the possession. Hinman Mitchell gets it inbounds to Scheibe. Now Patel breaks it. Dunley in the corner for three is good! Riley Dunley! 5 points on the game. Big three-pointer from Riley. Had a great time to get it back to a 20-point lead. How about that, Scott?
That's exactly how to burn a press.
Wow. And now a great block. Good defense by the Lady Vikes. And here comes Scheibe with those 4 fouls. She's going to pull up a long three. Oh, I thought it was going to go. And it's going to go out of bounds off the Lady Vikes. And, man, that was in and out.
That was halfway down.
Oh, wow. So now the Lady Spartans with the possession at the 6:06 mark in the fourth quarter. 20-point deficit for the Lady Spartans. And now Tiernes loses the handle, and it's a turnover. Lady Vikes with the possession. 5:55 to play, fourth quarter. Lady Vikes with the ball and a 20-point lead, and no full court press. So Hinman Mitchell can. Herman's coming up to half court to meet Mitchell. Alex Stoneberger gets it down low to Dunley. Dunley tries to do a reverse layup and to no avail. And here comes Tiernes. Back to Herman, back outside. Conrad for a three, no good. Rebound by Downing. She lost the handle, and now they're going to say there's a foul on the floor. It's either Hinman Mitchell or Patel. Hinman Mitchell. So 20-point lead, 5:22 to play. Herman with it. Now Downing gets it back to Conrad. Tiernes, no good. Alex Stoneberger, great defensive rebound. Now Patel with it. Thought about the three. Now Hinman Mitchell. They could just slow it down, but Patel wants a three. No good. Almost would run about 20 seconds of clock there. We're under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. And a steal, near steal. Conrad was able to recover it. Now Tiernes off Kendrick's foot and will stay with the Lady Spartans.
Yeah, Tony, I like what you said about maybe burn a little clock on each possession, because not only is the clock your friend at this point, there's nothing more exhausting than having to chase when you're on defense, and Collegiate would have no choice but to start playing chase because they're down 20 with 4:43 left.
And especially when your star player has 4 fouls, you know, any seconds with her out there on the court is going to help you. Missed three. Braylon Hinman Mitchell with the rebound. Like right here, I would slow it up. But they're continuing fast pace. No good. But rebound and put back by freshman Terry Draper that just checked into the game. Gets her first basket of the season at the varsity level. So congratulations to that young freshman getting her first basket. And now Overman in the paint is fouled. It's either by Smith or nope, it's on Kendrick, and that's her fourth.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that high-low action in the first half from Collegiate, and they had quite a bit of success with it, but Lady Vikes have been able to shut it down for the most part in the second half.
So Overman will step to the line for the Lady Spartans, and the Lady Vikes have outscored them so far 6-0 here in the fourth quarter. But that is a free throw by Langley Overman. Patel checks back in for Kendrick. Draper stays in. Scheibe stays on the bench. I think at this point with a 20-point lead, I think he's fine leaving Sydney on the bench for another minute. Back to 20-point lead, 55-35. And if I'm Collegiate, I'm pressing here, but they are letting them bring it up slowly. Hinman Mitchell kicks it to Patel. Patel thought about the three. Now she gets it down to Alex Stoneberger. Missed shot. Rebounded by the Spartans. Here comes Downing. Quickly, the other way. She's out of bounds. It's going to go to the Lady Vikes.
25 turnovers tonight on the Lady Spartans.
That's just too many. Hard to win a game with that many turnovers. Raylan Hinman Mitchell. We're at the 3:40 mark of the ball game. Oscar Patel wanting to drive. Hinman Mitchell with it at the perimeter. Now Draper for a three, no good. And here comes Conrad going the other way for the Lady Spartans. 3:22 to play. There's Villa Gomez. Back out to Herman. All the way across to Downing. Downing in the paint and scores it.
That was a nice move.
So Downing gets her first basket of the game. 55-37, 18-point lead for the Lady Vikes. Under 3 minutes to play. Here's Hinman Mitchell in the lane, in and out, but a rebound by Smith is no good. Lady Vikes really needed that basket there. Now Hinman Mitchell's going to get the foul called on her. Don't need that one. So Hinman Mitchell, who got all the way to the fourth quarter without fouling, has picked up her third here in the fourth quarter. We're at 2:45 to play in the ball game.
Maddie Boss on the floor, I believe, for the first time tonight.
Yep, freshman Maddie Boss. And Tiernis with it. Villa Gomez, no good. Smith, great rebound. Gets it ahead. Oh, we got a lot of freshmen in there right now. I think we got 4 freshmen. No, 3 freshmen in the game. We got Maddie Boss. We got Alex Stoneberger and Terry Draper, all 3 freshmen.
And Ava Durkin just checked in as well.
Ava Durkin's in the game now. So Tiara Smith is the only non-freshman in the game. We're down to 2:22 to play. And Durkin gets it to Draper. Draper's wanting to drive. She drives, almost gets it to go, and she gets her own rebound. Now Draper for 3, no good. Herman with it. 18-point lead for the Lady Vikes at the 2-minute mark. Tiernis gets it ahead to Villa Gomez. And they're going to call a travel. 55-37, Lady Vikes at the 18-point lead, and now we got all 5 freshmen in the game, Scott. As Michaela Farrow-Getman just checked in for the Lady Vikes. So all 5 freshmen in the ball game. And Herman's still in the game for the Lady Spartans. So the Lady Vikes can get a score here, that'd be really good. Here's three-pointer, no good. Villa Gomez with the rebound. And the Spartans get ahead to Herman. Herman gets the basket. Julia Herman with her first basket of the fourth quarter. We're down to 125 and counting. 55-39. Their coach is telling Terry Draper, slow it down a little bit. Oh, no, Ava Durkin just offensive foul with a bump on Herman. Just got a little aggressive there.
Yeah, that'll happen, especially when you've got that many freshmen playing in a varsity game, even though it's late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So 55-39, 1:18 to play. And Herman's checking out. So it looks like Collegiate has emptied their bench as well. I'm not sure what's going on.
I think we maybe had 6 guys on the. I think Collegiate had 6 players on the floor, possibly.
Herman's going to check back in. Oh, that's a backcourt violation. That'll happen when you got young players in the game. So Nope, Alex Stoneberger to inbounds for the Lady Vikings. Terry Draper with it, gets it ahead to Maddie Boss. Boss puts it on the floor. She is fouled, and no, I guess I'm looking at the wrong side. I thought we were going to see free throws.
Yeah,
Lady Vikes will inbounds. 1:11 to play in the ball game. Lady Vikes is going to probably get the victory here tonight. Well, don't say it too early. Here comes Herman. Ahead to Downing. Now Conrad. Good defense by the Lady Vikes. Well, foul on the Lady Vikes at 58.2. One thing you don't want to do is put somebody at the free throw line with the clock not running. Still a 16-point lead, 58.2 seconds. And Tatum Downing at the free throw line. She has missed all 3 free throws tonight.
I think you noticed early in the game she didn't shoot a whole lot,
yeah.
and maybe this is why.
She's a very good ball handler. And she misses the second one. And trying to get on the floor there was Farrell Getman, but she was unable to come up with it. So Lady Spartans with the ball. And now they're going to call a foul on Farrell Getman. So first foul on her.
That goes back to what you said, Tony, about not putting them on the line so they can score with the clock standing still. But here again, when you have 5 freshmen on the floor in a varsity game,
that's going to happen. But we're lucky Downing missed both of them. Be a little bit different if she would have made both of those. But now Herman gets it to a 15-point game. And now missed shot. And Farrell Getman with the rebound, and she is fouled. But that's only the 3rd team foul of the 4th quarter on the Lady Spartans, and they're going to go full court. And now a foul is called. Going to be Lady Vikings. Lady Vikings with the possession. 50 seconds to play. 55-40.
And we just had a collegiate player play out, or foul out rather.
Did we?
I believe.
Yep, Downing. Tatum Downing fouled out. So here comes Stoneberger, knocked out of bounds by Herman. So Herman never picked up the 4th foul, Scott.
That's impressive.
She played well. Maddie Boss gets it to Terry Draper, and she is fouled. So the Lady Vikes will go to the free throw line. So Terry Draper will get a chance here. Monahan with.
It's going to take a long time to get through this last minute, Tony.
Yeah, 41 seconds left. 55-40. Terry Draper at the line for the Lady Vikes. In and out, no good. Draper did score a basket here in the 4th quarter. Villa Gomez checking in. Draper. Second free throw is short. And it's going to stay with the Lady Vikes. Villa Gomez stepped on the line, so Terry Draper misses both free throws, but she's going to inbounds for the Lady Vikes here. 39.9 seconds. Gets it into Ava Durkin, blocked by Herman, and it'll stay with the Lady Vikings. Anybody but Herman, Durkin might score there, Scott.
Yeah, I agree. Getting over 6'2" with long arms is nearly impossible.
Yeah. Maddie Boss for 3, in a basket! Big time shot there for Maddie Boss, getting a 3-point basket in her. And that's going to be a backcourt violation, so Lady Vikes are going to probably be able to run the clock out here.
Yeah, that was awesome, Tony.
The banks are still open. So Maddie Boss gets her first points as a varsity player. Now Stoneberger looking to get hers. She gets it to Dirk, and now Draper for three. It's good! Terry Draper knocks down a three. So these freshmen are scoring now. Back to a 21-point lead, and here's Herman with 5 seconds. Pulls up, and it's good, and that should be the ball game. Lady Vikes with a 19-point lead, 61-42 with the victory. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back and break down this Lady Vikings game. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Parsons High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, along with Drew Fuentes, taking care of our live stream, and Karen Harsey back in the KLKC studio. And we are ready for the Bowen Pharmacy post-game report for the women's side. And I'm going to run down the scores first for the Lady Spartans. Tatum Downing with 2, Chloe Villagomez 2, Callie Villagomez 2, Maddie Turnus 2, Langley Overman 11, Julie Herman 23. And for the Lady Vikes ended up having 7 girls in the scoring category. 2 for Jaden Kendrick, 3 for Maddie Boss, 5 for Terry Draper, 5 for Riley Dunley, 10 for Braylon Hinman Mitchell, 10 for Ashka Patel, 26 for Sydney Scheibe, which will put unofficially Sydney Scheibe at about 916 on the year. And the Lady Vikes with a 19-point victory, 61-42 here tonight over the Wichita Collegiate Lady Spartans. And Lady Vikes off to a great start here in the 2023-2024 campaign, starting the season off at 2-0. And it's just very, very good to see the Lady Vikes playing well. And Sydney Scheibe got in a little foul trouble there, but was able to overcome it. And the Lady Vikes get the 19-point win. The freshmen on the floor probably for about the last 3.5 minutes. 5 freshmen on the floor, and was able to finish it out. And a couple of three-pointers by a couple of freshmen there in the fourth quarter. Terry Draper hit a 3. Maddie Boss hit a 3. And just great to see some of those young Lady Vikes getting in the scoring category. So the Lady Vikes do get the win here tonight with a 61-42 victory. And Scott, I just ran down the scoring totals, and one thing that really stood out to me was the scoring for the Lady Spartans. 23 by Herman, 11 by Overman, and then 2-2-2-2 by 4 other players. I mean, it's hard to win when you only got 2 players that really, really score.
Yeah, and we've seen that happen with the Lady Vikes here and there over the years. And yeah, you're absolutely right. If you've only got 2 scoring threats, you can win some games. Yeah. But it makes it very, very difficult.
Yeah, and Lady Vikes ended up with all 3 players from Friday night ended up getting double digits. Barely. Braylon Hinman Mitchell with 10, Ashka Patel with 10, Scheibe with the 24 in the first half, and then came out and hit a 2 early on in the third quarter, but then I had a couple offensive fouls that kind of salved her with 4 fouls there, and she really didn't play a whole lot after that, and really kind of just didn't even try to score, really. So, but still, a 26-point game is pretty phenomenal this early in the season for Sydney Scheibe.
Yeah, she's off to a great start this year, which is what we expected. But she's really playing with a lot of passion, and if she can keep that up, she's just going to have an absolutely huge senior year. And as far as some of the other stats from that game, Tony, Lady Vikes worked hard on the glass, got it back fairly even. Lady Spartans won the rebounding battle 37-32. Unofficially, I had Spartans 10 for 16 from the line, Lady Vikes 8 out of 16. But then we talked about it a lot during the game. One of the big differences tonight, turnovers, 29 for the Spartans, only 13 for the Lady Vikes, and that was with playing 5 freshmen for several minutes in the fourth quarter.
I feel like, the freshmen had a few turnovers there, but for playing for almost 3 minutes with all 5 freshmen, they held their own. I mean, I was honestly shocked that we were able to hold our own there and get the and get the win without even almost being contested really down those last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and it never really did get close.
No. Coach Scheibe, almost a little gutsy there going the last 3 minutes with all 5 freshmen, but they held their own. I mean, we had 2 3-pointers by a couple of freshmen, a free throw, a couple of twos. I mean, man, they're gutsy. They're not scared.
Yeah, I thought the game was pretty well in hand and checked. So, I thought he might go to his bench a little bit deeper, and he left number 4 in there the whole time. But it is what it is. Them girls need to get in there and get a little taste of it.
I mean, they don't got much of a bench. They only have 8 players. And I think there was one girl that I don't think she played hardly at all, and then they had another one foul out, so they kind of had to leave somebody in there.
Yeah. So, I was proud of the way they got in there and competed and got a little taste of the little varsity action.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know, it had to be, maybe a little scary when Sydney pulled that 4th foul. Were you a little scared or?
Oh, I thought the way we was playing, I felt pretty comfortable. We can't get complacent, though. We got to still keep playing defense. Yeah. And I thought for the most part, the girls played hard. And we had some spurts, man, where we looked really good. And especially, coming out of the second half, Oshkosh knocked down them 2 threes. And we can score in bunches pretty quick. So, I was proud of them. Yeah, got to rest, some of the starters a little bit. Sydney kind of has a little nagging, pain in her leg there a little bit, so she got to rest. And
that's good.
Good to get some of them other girls in there.
Yeah, Sydney with the big first half, 24 points in the first half, and then had a 2 right off the beginning to start that third quarter, and then picked up those couple offensive fouls. One of them was kind of questionable. One of them I think was a charge, but the other one, it probably could have went either way. And I honestly, for a minute there, I thought one official called it a block and one official called it
I did too, and that caught me off guard as well. So, but Braylon played good, early on, and I think they're all, Tiara came in off the bench, and gave us some good minutes, and so I was pleased.
Yep. So we play Circle at Circle on Thursday night, 6 o'clock. What do you know about Circle?
Circle, they won 15 games or so last year, so they've got a lot of girls coming back. I think maybe they lost one senior. So I think it was a 9-point game here at Parsons last year. So I expect that to kind of be a dogfight out there. So hopefully we can have a good practice tomorrow, and keep taking it one game at a time, and feel like we're getting in better shape as well. Yep. So especially, playing and only off a day and then going right back at it. So probably have a, shoot around tomorrow and try to get our legs back underneath us and then head to Wichita.
Yep. So we will not be there as a group on Thursday. There will be someone doing a broadcast for the radio, And then I believe Tawanda Circle has a live stream that I believe last year on the Thursday we didn't go, and they had a live stream feed out there. So hopefully our listeners can either still listen to 93.5. It just won't be me or Scott.
Yeah, and probably
it.
look at the school's website and everything. They'll be putting it out there what the fans can watch it on. And, like I said, gaining a little confidence still. And, we just got to keep getting better. And I thought our turnovers wasn't too bad tonight.
Was it 13, Scott? Unofficially?
Just 13 for you guys, yeah. And Coach, I mentioned your defensive intensity right off the bat, and I thought your team pretty much kept it for the whole 32 minutes, even with the big lead, and that's obvious by the 29 turnovers that they forced the Lady Spartans into. I thought it was one of the better defensive performances I've seen from your team.
Yeah, they're really getting after it, and that's what we're going to have to do as well. And, like I said, some of these girls, Braylon, didn't get a whole lot of minutes last year, and, she hardly comes off the court, but I really feel she's maturing a lot. And,
100%.
And so, like I said, Jay's doing good, and we just got to keep having players step up, and, good things are happening.
Yep. Well, congrats, Coach. Good luck on Thursday, and I will be out there Saturday morning.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, play 6 o'clock Thursday and then 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Yep. So, thank you guys, and thanks for all the support. It was a nice crowd here tonight. That's what I liked, and so appreciate everything. And hello to my mom at home. I know she's watching, so we'll see you later. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is victorious Coach Pat Scheibe of the Lady Vikings, and that will wrap it up for the ladies' half of the night. Lady Vikes get a 61-42 victory over the Wichita Collegiate Lady Spartans. And let's do a 2-minute break, and we're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we'll become back to start for the boys version. So 2-minute break, and then we'll bring it back to Parsons High School. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
With many years of combined experience,
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Visiting Spartans from Wichita Collegiate, and then of course your hometown Parsons Vikings. Vikings 0-1 on the season. They dropped their season opener to the Girard Trojans. Let's go ahead and run down the starting lineups for you. First, for the top-ranked Collegiate Spartans, they will go with 6'2 senior James Shackelford, 6'2 senior Brett Wetta, 6'7 junior David Shege, 6'2 sophomore AJ Batiste, and 5'10 senior Asa Ahmad. Starting tonight for the Vikings, 6'1 senior J.J. Kendrick, 5'9 senior Trey Mack, 5'10 junior Dante Sawyer, 6'1 senior Trey Tullis, and 6'1 junior Demias Johnson. Vikings, unfortunately, will be without the services of 6'4 senior Landon Wheat this evening, and they really could have used his height and athleticism against this very big Wichita Collegiate team. They have 6'7 player, also a 6'8 player. They're a little bit shorthanded as well. They have 3 guys won't be able to play tonight. I talked to one of their assistant coaches, so we talked a little bit during the girls' game how the Spartan boys like to run 5 in, 5 out, Tony. They're not going to do that tonight, but I can guarantee you they're still going to press the Vikings. And this will be a bit of a track meet.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough battle for the Vikes. Trey Tullis definitely going to have to pick it up along with Trey Mack. Demias Johnson's definitely going to have to hold down the paint, and if he can have a big game, he can give us a chance, Scott.
You know, the Vikings, if they could handle the pressure that Wichita Collegiate likes to throw at people, which is easier said than done, that's going to be a big part of it, because you can't turn the ball over against a team as talented as Collegiate and hope to have a chance. And hopefully, you know, we saw the Lady Vikings do it a couple of times in our first ball game. They attacked the press and they burned the press. And I think that's what the Vikings are going to have to do. Don't just get the ball across half court.
Yeah, you got to
beat the press and punish Collegiate for the way they play. And, you know, I remember when the Vikings had 6'7" Pierce Thomas, they would press, but they would always leave Pierce back to protect the rim, and I would anticipate we'll see that tonight from Collegiate as well. Again, Shackelford, Wetta, Shege, Batiste, Ahmad, the starting 5 for Collegiate. They'll be in their traveling blue and gold. Meanwhile, the Vikes will be in their home white with the blue and gold trim. Again, the starting 5 for the Vikes: Kendrick, Mack, Sawyer, Tullis, and Johnson. And we are about ready for basketball. In case you missed it, the Lady Vikings won our opener 61-42. 6'1 J.J. Kendrick going up against the 6'7 Shege, and as expected, Wichita Collegiate controls the opening tip. Ahmad hands off to a teammate. Vikings look like they're going to open up in a straight man-to-man defense. Tullis out there on Ahmad. Nice drive, shot a little bit out of control, no good, but an offensive rebound put back, no good. So 0 for 2 of that trip for Collegiate, rebounded by J.J. Kendrick. And it looks like Collegiate will also open up in a straight man-to-man defense. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Vikings. JJ will inbound it across the way.
Yeah, the Vikes definitely a good defensive possession down there. Definitely need to keep that up. Need to get a score here, though.
Sawyer, he's a good outside shooter, but he wants to take it to the basket. Gets cut off. Top to Mack. Trey Mack thought about a three. Spin move, and he gets stuffed.
Wow.
By the 6'7" Shagay. Quickly at the other end. Layup missed. Boy, it looked like that could have been over the back. They're going to let Wichita Collegiate keep it. A lot of action there under the basket.
A lot of bodies hitting each other there, and no call. So
on the point guard, Ahmad, to throw it in from the baseline. We're still tied at 0. 7:05 to go in our opening quarter. They get it into Shackelford. Guarded by Tullis. Boy, it looks like he almost took steps. Shagay has his pocket picked. Vikings have it. Out ahead to Mack. He loses it. Nice look to Johnson. Gets one man in the air. Tries to get it back to Tullis, and the Vikings had a great opportunity to score there, Tony, and they just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, Johnson should have just took that up.
From 15, Shackelford in and out, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Shackelford saves it, and ball is loose. The Vikes have it. Nice bounce pass to Kendrick, and his layup is good. And the Vikings lead top-ranked Collegiate 2-0, 6:25 to go in our opening quarter. Ahmad guarded by Kendrick. In the corner to Weta. Back out to Shackelford. Back to Weta in the corner. Looking inside to the 6'7" Shaggy. Now he steps out, has his pocket picked by Sawyer. Viking defense really getting after it here in the opening couple of minutes. Couple of subs for Collegiate. Jack Grace and also Robbie Raspberry checking in.
A couple of turnovers on each side by each team.
Weta looking to throw it in. 6:08 to go in our opening quarter. Vikes leading this one 2-0. Shagay at the free throw line. Gets it into the corner. Here's a contested three-pointer that's off the mark, no good. Great rebound by Tullis. Vikes look to run. Great move by Kendrick. His layup is good. J.J. Kendrick with 4 points here in the first quarter. And the Vikes lead at 4-0, 5:44 to go in our opening period.
Jagger Queern set to check in for the Vikes.
Collegiate looking for their first basket. Long three, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Sawyer has it now for the Vikes. 5:25 to go. Opening quarter, Vikes up 4-0. Almost an over and back on Johnson.
That was close.
Sawyer has it. He's double teamed. He's in trouble. Gets it over to Tullis. He wants the three. It's off the back iron, no good, but the Vikes run it down. Nice job by Mack. Out top to JJ. I noticed in the Girard game, I wanted to see Kendrick try to score more, and so far he has the first 4 points tonight for the Vikes. JJ shoved off. That's probably an offensive foul, sure enough.
Wow.
That was a nice defense by Brett Weta.
Now the Vikings out rebounding Wichita Collegiate in the early going here.
Yeah, and they've been doing it with hustle, Tony. That's what you have to do when you're a little bit outmanned in the paint. Collegiate still looking for their first point. Grace with it. Gets it down low to Shackelford. Turnaround, no good. Taken by Kendrick. Vikes look to run. Sawyer thought he was going to launch from 30.
Wow.
He has a lot of range, and he gets fouled. And the Vikes will take it out across the way on the far sideline. Shackelford picks up the personal for the Spartans. Ahmad, the 5'10 senior, checks back in. And A.J. Batiste heads to the bench for Collegiate. Queern in the game for the Vikes. Has it out top.
Wow.
Ball tipped away. Ooh, and then they are relentless on defense.
Oh, man.
I was a little bit worried about Jack Grace. He turned his ankle, but he's going to be okay. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Wichita Collegiate is being shut out by the Vikings right now, 4-0. Queern with it to Mack. Trey Mack splits a double team. Now back out to Queern.
There's just no room, Scott.
Yeah, they are quick. Oh, long three by Sawyer is good. Dante Sawyer, he thought about launching a long one earlier, but he gets that one to go. It is 7-0 Vikings halfway through the first quarter.
Oh, backcourt violation.
Yep, silly turnover there by Collegiate, and it is a bad start here in the first 4 minutes for the top-ranked team in 3A. Vikings really getting after it defensively, and they lead this one 7-0. Trey Mack to throw it in from the near sideline into Kendrick. JJ directing traffic, hands off to Sawyer, who just hit a deep three. Finds Tallis, looks to drive. Are they going to get him for the offensive foul? They do. That's tough. I agree with the call. But Tallis got the basket to go, but of course it'll be waved off. So Tallis picks up his first and the team's second.
It looked like he was moving, Scott, to me.
You know what they say about those charges and blocks? You're going to make half the people happy and half the people will be upset.
The only thing I saw was he leaned a little bit instead of staying straight up.
Matt getting after it defensively. Ahmad tried to get Quirin up in the air, out for a three-pointer, off the mark, no good, rebounded by Quirin. Vikes playing very well early. Quirin out to Kendrick. JJ looks to penetrate, gets bumped. Where's the call? There, he gets it back and puts it in off the glass. JJ Kendrick, 6 points here in the first quarter, and it is 9-0 Vikes.
Wow.
And then a foul at the other end on Parsons. They're going to get Dante Sawyer with his first and the team's third. Again, if you're just joining us, rule change for this year. After 5 fouls in any quarter, teams will go into the double bonus. There is no 1-and-1 this year in high school basketball, and then the fouls reset at the beginning of each quarter. Ahmad with it in the near corner, gets it to Shackelford. That's got to be an offensive foul, I thought.
Wow.
But they're
got to call it both ways.
He must. I was blocked a little bit. Johnson may have been sliding over just a little bit. He gets whistled for the blocking foul.
That's 4th foul.
Yeah, 4 fouls on the Vikes. I have 1 foul on Kendrick, Sawyer, Tallis, and Johnson. But the Vikes leading early, 9-0. Good cut to the basket. Shackelford gets fouled, and he scores, and that'll be 2 fouls on Johnson. And I got to tell you, with Landon Wheat out tonight, Tony, going to be a very thin bench for the Vikes.
Yep. So 9-2, Scott. I mean, still a pretty impressive first quarter here for the Vikings.
Yeah, both teams a little bit shorthanded tonight. Free throw good by Shackelford. So 9-3, Parsons by 6, 2:57 to go in quarter number 1. And here's that vaunted Wichita Collegiate full court press. Carter Drumright, 5'9" junior, has checked in. I don't know, Tony. If he's 5'9", I might be 6'7".
I hear you.
Vikes get it in.
I think they're a little bit
And
off.
there's the steal off the press. Ahmad to the basket, can't score, but it's knocked out. Collegiate with a nice drive and another foul. And free throws coming for A.J. Batiste. J.J. Kendrick picks up his second. So that's the main concern right now, Tony. Foul is starting to pile up on the Vikes. 2 on Kendrick, 2 on Johnson already.
Yep, we're out rebounding them 8-5. Turnovers are even.
6'2" sophomore Batiste knocks down the free throw. So after the Vikes scored the first 9, it's been a 4-point run for Collegiate, although they only have 3 points up on the scoreboard. Are they going to count the free throw? Free throw went down. Free throw's good, but a foul on Robbie Raspberry, his first. But by my count, it should be 9-5 because they had the 3-point play by Shackelford and then 2 free throws by Batiste. It should be 9-5. And nobody from the Wichita Collegiate bench
just saying anything
hasn't
about
said anything. So we'll have to check during the next break and try to make sure that our scorebook is correct. Meanwhile, Kendrick almost lost it out at half court. Gets it to Quirin. Quirin for three. Off the back iron, no good.
Follow your shot.
Should have followed your shot. Now here comes Collegiate with numbers the other way. Layup missed, but an offensive rebound and a putback by the very athletic A.J. Batiste. So, by my count, a 7-0 run.
Another turnover on the Vikes.
And a turnover against the press. And then
another
a steal
turnover
by the Vikes. Up ahead to Trey Mack. See if the Vikings can kind of get under control here. Quirin almost took steps. He needs help. Out top to Sawyer. Vikes lead it by the scoreboard 9-6. We think it should be 9-7. Ball lost, and it's a steal. Here comes Drumright with it. Up ahead. Layup missed. Who's going to get it? The Vikes have it. Both teams a little gassed, I think. Sawyer, he gets open for three. It's off the back iron, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Shackelford has it for Collegiate. He wants to go all the way, and he lays it in. Nicely done by the 6'2 senior. We'll just go with what the scoreboard says for now, and we'll check it out later. Right now it says 9-8, Vikes by one. Definitely been a game of runs. They tried to draw the charge, no whistle, and laying it in off the glass is J.J. Kendrick. He has 8 points here in the first quarter to lead the Vikes. 11-8, 1:15 to go in our first quarter. 3 subs getting ready to check in for Collegiate. Boss will check in the next whistle for the Vikes. So 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Ahmad got bumped, and they're going to call the foul on Mack, I believe, and that'll be free throws for the Spartans. Mack picks up his first. Exactly 1 minute to go in quarter number one. Vikes leading at 11-8.
Yeah, I just put down that Batiste made the first free throw and the second one was no good. There was that foul on the.
Yeah, I thought he came over, and I thought the official said count the free throw. So we'll double check, triple check that during our timeout in between quarters. Scoreboard reads 11-8. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Vikes jumped out 9-0 over the top-ranked Collegiate Spartans. 2 free throws coming for Asa Ahmad. The lefty's free throw rolls off. He will have one more. Ahmad, a 5'10 senior. Brody Boss, big job in there trying to box out the 6'7 Spartan, and then the free throw no good. I think we have over the back on Collegiate going the other way. Both free throws miss.
Weta, I believe.
Third foul on Collegiate, so no free throws for the Vikes. Raspberry checks back in for Collegiate. Parsons leading this one 11-8. Full court press. Tallest having trouble getting it in. Now we have a foul on who? A couple of players collided. They're going to get Shege, David Shege, the 6'7 junior, picks up the foul, and that will be the fourth. So next foul for the Vikings
out there, Scott.
Vikes get it in against the press. Here comes Trey Mack with it. Outruns the defense. Over to Quirin. He goes baseline, cut off. Out top.
Oh, near still.
Guarded three. Sawyer is off the mark, no good. Nice rebound under the basket by Weta. And Collegiate, as expected, loves to run. They're on the move. Layup coast to coast for Weta. He lays it in. 11-10, Vikes by one. Quirin with it. Over to Mack. A near steal, but they're going to get a foul on Raspberry, and that will result in 2 free throws for the Vikes. 28 seconds to go in quarter number one. Vikes leading at 11-10 over Wichita Collegiate. If you're joining us late, Vikes jumped out 9-0 on the Spartans.
This Sawyer shooting?
Yeah, Sawyer should have 2 free throws coming. Collegiate has done a nice job battling back here. First 4 minutes were dominated by the Vikings. Sawyer's first free throw, he gets the roll, as good shooters usually do.
That's a soft touch there. I didn't think it was going to go.
Yeah, I thought it was going to roll off as well. 4 points for the 5'10 junior. Sawyer's second free throw is good. He now has 5 points. And it is 13-10. Sawyer
almost had that.
Almost had the steal. It's going to stay with Collegiate. 26 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Vikings leading this one 13-10. Harrison Simon in the game for Collegiate to throw it in. Gets it into the big man. Shege double teamed. He lost it, and it went off his leg.
I don't think he likes that.
Yeah, he doesn't like that either.
He's all over Brody Boss. He's like, he's not getting the ball.
So that was nice defense by the Vikes because Shege had pretty good position. Vikes try to beat the press with a long pass, knocked out of bounds by Collegiate. Smart play by 5'10 junior Jack Grace. So 24 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Vikes leading at 13-10. See if Coach Houck wants to go for a quick basket or if the Vikes hold for one. No, it's a guarded 3 by Kendrick, and he got it to go.
What a roll.
11 points in the first quarter for J.J. Kendrick, 16-10, Vikes by 6. Grace with a nice move, can't get the shot to go over the back.
On Shege.
Shege went over the back with 7 seconds. That's going to be 2 more free throws for the Vikings. I don't know how many points JJ had against Girard, Tony, but I already mentioned this once. I just felt like he played a very solid game. I just didn't think he was aggressive enough.
Had 7.
Had 7, and he's already almost doubled that. Well, what's he up to? Yeah, he's up to 11 with.
Yeah, he had 1 in the first half.
Yeah.
And then 6 in the second half.
Trey Tullis, the lefty, has 2 free throws, and he knocks down the first one, 17-10. Bit of a surprise here in the opening quarter. Vikes leading top-ranked Collegiate by 7. Make or miss, the Vikes are going to have to get back on defense. Collegiate will really push it here on this final possession. Second free throw good, Vikes by 8, 6 seconds to go. Here comes Collegiate. Jack Grace with it at the top of the key, throws it away.
That's 6 turnovers.
Vikes have 1.6 seconds to work with. See if they can get off a desperation 3 here. Tullis to throw it in. Gets it into Sawyer. Long 3 off the mark, no good. That's so the end of quarter number 1 with your score. Parsons 18, Collegiate 10. We're back in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on V93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
KC Studios. Big first quarter for the Vikes. They lead top-ranked Collegiate 18-10. They were led by 6'1 senior J.J. Kendrick's 11 points, so he single-handedly outscored Collegiate. And there was indeed one free throw that was waved off. We were trying to check on that earlier. There was a lane violation that we missed on Collegiate. So it is 18-10, Vikes by 8, and Parsons has the ball as we get started in quarter number 2. Kendrick gets it into Jagger Quirin. Collegiate stays in their man-to-man defense. Boy, a lot of contact out there at the top of the key. No call. Nice drive by JJ. Can't get it to go off the glass. Battle for the loose ball. Who's going to get it? Collegiate has it, and they have numbers going the other way. Nice bounce pass. Layup goes down. Carter Drumright gets his first 2 points. Vikes look to run, and this is going to be a steal by Drumright. He's all over the place here at the start of the second quarter. Three-pointer from the right wing, no good. Rebounded by Kendrick. 18-12, Vikes by 6, 7:18 to go in the first half. J.J. Kendrick has it, picks up his dribble, now to Quirin on the right wing. Back out top to Kendrick. Jason Smart in the game for the first time. Here's a floater by Kendrick, and he gets the roll. J.J. Kendrick, big first half for the senior. Yeah, 13 points. Here comes Ahmad with it into the front court for Collegiate. 20-12. Vikes lead by 8. Ahmad goes to the left side. Almost lost it. Drumright wants a 3. He got it. Drumright kind of heating up all of a sudden here in the second quarter. And he almost has a steal. He is all over the place here in the first couple of minutes of the second quarter. He really didn't do a lot, at least on the offensive end in the first quarter, but 5 quick points here in the second quarter, trying to keep Collegiate close. 20-15, Vikes by 5, 6:41 to play in the first half. Jagger Quirin with it, goes behind the back, beats the press, down to Boss. Boss looking for help, gets it to Smart. He elevates and scores. Jason Smart. He had a great season for Viking football, and now we have a silly turnover in the backcourt. Collegiate
Vikings
head
ball.
coach just puts his hands on his hips and chews his gum. That's all he can do.
Yep, that's a silly turnover there.
J.J. Kendrick directing traffic, gets it into Quirin. Back to Kendrick. Vikes with the basketball in a 7-point lead. Quirin in the corner. Now, quick move baseline. He lost it. Are they going to get a traveling violation? Sure enough. Lost his footing. Coach Houck thought maybe he had a little bit of help.
Yeah,
thought maybe he got
pushed.
Be that as it may, 22-15 is your score. Vikes leading by 7, 6:15 to go in the first half. Lady Vikings won our opener over Collegiate 61-42. Jack Grace with it for the Spartans. Out around the top of the key. Wide open three-pointer, well off the mark. Great save. Who's going to get it, though? Kendrick has it for the Vikes. Dangerous pass. And it's going to go out of bounds. I hope Jack Grace is okay.
Yeah,
he made a great
hard.
defensive play, but then he hit the floor hard. He gets up. He's going to be okay. Brett Wetta checking in for the Spartans, replacing Shackelford. Again, your score, 22-15, Vikes by 7. 5:52 to go in the first half. Timeout Vikings, we'll take it with them. 30-second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on B93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
A.J. Kendrick, 11 first quarter points, 13 points here in the first half, 13 of the Vikings' 22. I don't know if he can keep up that kind of pace or not. I hope he does, but I think Collegiate, I don't want to say they're shell-shocked, but I think they're at least a little bit surprised.
It's just been the hustle by the Viking boys. They just really hustling and just been super impressive.
Kendrick looking to throw it in from the baseline, gets it out top to Sawyer. He's guarded by Batiste. Finds Tullis, and a blocking foul. I thought they would just not blow the whistle on that. Definitely shouldn't have been a charge. If they're going to call it, it would have had to have been a block. Harrison Simon didn't agree with the call, but he picks up his first foul and the team's first here in the second quarter. Jason Smart heads to the bench, replaced by Demias Johnson. Johnson, the 6'1 junior, has 2 fouls here in the first half, so he'll have to be careful.
They get it in.
Yep, they get it into Barkas, who has just checked in for the first time as well. Gets it out to Sawyer. A long three. He squares up and knocks it down.
The kid can shoot.
Sawyer with 8 points. He is the best pure shooter on the Vikings roster for sure. 10-point lead for the Vikes. Quick move, little floater in the lane, no good, and run down by Tullis. To Kendrick. Kendrick into the front court. Sawyer again, way downtown, is short. Great rebound by Johnson. He's fouled, and he can't get it to go.
I thought he had it.
But he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Great
Batiste
offensive board there.
picks up the personal. Yeah, that was, he's a big kid. Only 6'1", but he takes up a lot of space in the paint. And if he can box somebody out, he could grab a lot of rebounds this year for the Vikes. 2 free throws for Johnson. Pretty soft touch for the big man, too. He gets his first point. Parsons leads at 26-15, 5:13 to go in our first half. Carter Drumride, who's had an outstanding second quarter for the Spartans, heads to the bench. Johnson's second free throw, good. Great first half of basketball so far for the Vikes. They lead 27-15. Shackelford looks to drive and thinks better of it. Now he looks to make a move. Hands it off to Weta. He's double teamed. Oh, that's a quick whistle.
Oh, wow. I thought he just stole it.
Oh, that's a quick whistle. Looked to me like, if anything, it should have been a held ball.
Ooh.
I thought the official who had the better look at it did not blow the whistle, but the official out at half court did. So I assume they get Tullis on that, Tony?
Yeah, Tullis. I thought it was clean.
I did as well. Shackelford with it. Hands it off to Simon, guarded by Barkus. Vikes have been in a man-to-man this entire first half. They lead at 27-15 over the Collegiate Spartans. Here's a three-pointer by Ahmad, no good. Great rebound underneath by Weta, and he's going to score off the glass. He now has 4 points. Gets Collegiate to within 10 at 27-17. J.J. Kendrick with it for the Vikes at the top of the key. Bad pass. Somehow Tullis saves it. Gets it to Sawyer. Little fadeaway. No good. Tullis offensive rebound. He scores. Trey Tullis with 4 points. Vikes back up by 12. 29-17. 4:15 to go in the first half. Ahmad to Weta. The elbow. Now to Grace. Grace hands off to Shackelford. Back to Ahmad in the corner to Simon. Get it to Shackelford. He dribbles out of trouble. Over to Grace on the left wing. Gets a screen. Nice move into the paint. He scores and he's fouled. That was a nice offensive set by Collegiate. Grace gets his first 2. Fouls on Connor Barkus, his first. And the team's second here in quarter number 2. Quern will replace Tullis. He's played very well in the first half. Really all the Vikings have, Tony.
Yeah, they've collectively as a group just played very physical and very just great basketball.
They lead by 10, still lead by 10 after the missed free throw. Nice rebound by Johnson. Jagger Quern with it. Back to Johnson. Over to Sawyer. Finds Kendrick. Thought about a 3. Now he drives. And he scores off the glass. J.J. Kendrick showing off his athleticism here in the first half. He has 15 points to lead the Vikes. Now a 12-point lead for Parsons over Collegiate, 31-19. Grace, nice move. But better defense
turnover
by the Vikes. Here goes J.J. Kendrick. Can he outrun the defense? Nope.
Oh,
he lost it.
The other way.
Nice defense by Collegiate. Quickly the other way. Layup, no good.
Another
taken by
turnover.
Johnson. Pace continues red hot at Parsons High School. 31-19, Vikes by 12. 3 minutes to play in our opening half. Kendrick. Johnson wants it. They get it to him. He goes up. Oh, he can't score. Gets it back. Tries again. He got it. Demyers Johnson would not be denied. He has 4 points. It is a 14-point lead for the Vikes. Batiste with an opening. Poked away. And I tell you, Collegiate got lucky there.
Yeah, it went right between the legs of Connor Barkus.
Yes, it did. Quick hands by the Viking defense almost forced another turnover. I thought Batiste had an open lane to the basket. I think he did as well, but the Vikings shut it down quickly. Brett Weta out to Grace, looking to make a move. Jump shot. Short. Johnson has it. Quick outlet pass to Mack. Dangerous pass, but Kendrick saves it, kicks it out to Quern for a 3. Off the mark, offensive rebound by JJ. Goes up and can't get it to go. Rebounded by Collegiate. Weta gets around one defender. Looks like he took steps. Either way, it was knocked away and it went off Weta's leg, and it is another turnover on Collegiate. Parsons leading this one somewhat surprisingly, 33-19, 2:16 to go in the first half.
10 turnovers by the Spartans here in the first half.
Vikings burn the press with a long pass, and then the Vikes throw it away, trying to get it to Smart, and the ball went out of bounds. So a turnover on Parsons. Score remains 33-19, 2:08 to go in the first half.
9th turnover on the Vikings, so turnovers are about equal.
And, you know, with a kind of a frenetic pace like this, you're going to see some turnovers for sure. Johnson was a little gassed. He heads to the bench, replaced by Boss. Oh, good cut. And then the dunk missed, but a foul, I think, on Queer, and that was a nice cut to the basket by Batiste. He can really leap. Jagger Quirin
picks up his first.
I believe that is just foul number 1 on Jagger. 3rd team foul on the Vikes. 2 free throws coming for Batiste. First one spins out, no good. Here comes Barkas replacing Quirin. Minute 57 to go in the first half. Vikings enjoying a 33-19 lead over the top-ranked team in Class 3A, the Wichita Collegiate Spartans. Second free throw, good. So that's 5 points for Batiste. Collegiate got full court pressure. Sawyer, bit of a shove off, no call, almost took steps. Long pass over to Barkas. Vikes have the ball in a 13-point lead. Sawyer waves off a screen. Boy, they are all over Sawyer. They know what kind of a shooter he is. Barkas on the left wing. Long skip pass. They tried to get it down low to Smart. It's poked away, and here's a steal by Collegiate. Batiste on the move. Jump shot from about 15 is good. This kid's just a sophomore. He's going to be able to fill it up as he continues to mature. Dangerous pass. Boss gets it, and he scores. Brody Boss with his first basket. Vikes go back up by 13, 35-22. 1 minute to go in the first half. Batiste wide open for 3. Vikes slow to get out on him. Fortunately, he missed. Now Coach Houck says slow it down a little bit. Sawyer with it. Guarded by Batiste. Gets it into the front court. Boy, Sawyer wants to go all the way, and he does it. Right off the glass, he spins it in. He now has 10 points. He's in double figures. 15-point lead for the Vikes. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Open 3, no good. Collegiate not shooting very well here in the first half. Sawyer is gassed. He is walking up the court. Smart has it. 20 seconds to go. Coach Houck wants to hold for 1 shot. Mack has it with 15 seconds. Vikes with a 15-point lead. Trying to extend it a little bit here right before halftime. 5 seconds. They almost lose it. Barkas has it. He puts it up with 2 seconds. No good. And time expires here in the first half. And what a first half it was for the Parsons Vikings. They lead Wichita Collegiate at the break 37-22. We will take a 3-minute commercial break, and then we'll be back with our halftime report. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93. Hey, welcome back to Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, everybody. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. Drew Fuentes taking care of our live video stream this evening. What a first half it was for the Vikings. They lead top-ranked team in Class 3A, Wichita Collegiate, by a score of 37-22. And, Tony, before I break down the scoring totals from the first half, I talked to one of the assistant coaches for Collegiate, and he told me, he gave me 3 names that we're not going to be able to play tonight, and I don't know, were they all starters?
Yeah.
We don't know,
Yeah, we don't know.
I know that Collegiate is a little bit shorthanded. We also know the Vikings shorthanded tonight.
Exactly.
They're doing this without one of their leading seniors in Landon Wheat. So, I mean, how impressive is that? 15-point lead over a really good Collegiate team, even if they are a little bit shorthanded. They're a tough team to deal with, and the Vikes played outstanding basketball in that first half.
J.J. Kendrick has played outstanding. I mean, 11 points there in the first quarter and 4 more in the second quarter. And, he's, one of those kids that, that can score if he has the opportunity. And I just think that sometimes, I know last year, he passed on shots a lot. And I think he needs to take the ball to the rim like he has tonight. And, I mean, look at the results. I mean, 15 points in the first half. That's definitely a great first half for JJ. I mean, I don't have the scorebook from the last few years, but I want to say that's probably his best half of basketball.
Yeah, I think
of his high school career.
I think it would have to be, yeah.
That's very impressive. I'm totally impressed with the way JJ is playing tonight.
So JJ with 15, Dante Sawyer, a great shooter. He's in double figures with 10 points. And then you talked about in the pregame, some of these other guys, especially with Landon Wheat out tonight, going to have to step up. And we had 4 guys, put them together, are in double figures.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one way to look at it. You had Trey Tullis with 4, Demias Johnson with 4, and then Brody Boss and Jason Smart with 2 points apiece. So they combined for 12, and then you go with the 25 points between JJ and Dante Sawyer, and that gives the Vikes their 37-22 lead. Nobody in double figures in the first half for Collegiate. They were led by Batiste, who I think if Collegiate makes a run in the second half, and I believe that they will, I think they'll probably be led by the 6'2 sophomore Batiste. You can just tell the guy just knows how to play basketball and probably the best athlete on the floor. So he leads the way with 7. Carter Drumright has 5. Weta and Shackelford with 4 points apiece. Jack Grace with 2 points for the Spartans. 37-22, Vikes leading it by 15. Again, if you missed it, the Lady Vikes were victorious in our opener, 61-42. And Tony, this has got to be a good feeling. I know we're only halfway home. A lot of basketball to be played, but I know the Vikings, I'm sure they kind of felt like they maybe let one get away. Girard, they were right there in the thick of things with a few minutes to play, and then Girard pulled away.
53-53 with 2:47 to play in that game, and it just kind of slipped away from them. And tonight turnovers are even, 10-10. We have out-rebounded them, which, makes sense that, they missed more shots. We've out-rebounded them 21-14. We've had 7 offensive rebounds, and probably 3 or 4 of them resulted in points. So, definitely a good sign there to get the offensive. Because I feel like we have lacked on offensive rebounds in the last few years. Do you agree with that? It just seems like, that's one thing that we struggle with. We get one shot and then that's about it. And then
we had some really good rebounding teams over the last several years, and then I think in the last year or two,
it's just been
when we graduated, all that so much talent went out over a 2 or 3 year period. So it's nice to see the Vikings, not just getting the offensive rebounds, but like you said, being able to turn those offensive rebounds into points. As far as foul trouble goes, that is something to watch. Vikings have 3 guys with 2 fouls: J.J. Kendrick, Trey Tullis, Demias Johnson, all with 2 fouls. For Collegiate, David Shagay and Robbie Raspberry with 2 fouls apiece. So nobody in serious foul trouble, but if any of those guys pick up a quick third personal in the third quarter, then all of a sudden it may become an issue. Both teams back out on the floor. We still have a little bit of time before we get going in the second half. So we'll step away for just a 30-second commercial break, and then we'll be back with the second half. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
And welcome back to Parsons High School, everybody. Getting close to the start of the second half. The Vikings leading Collegiate 37-22. Tony, we weren't 100% sure why Landon wasn't able to be in the lineup tonight. I just got official word that he's nursing some sort of injury.
Okay.
And so that's unfortunate, and we hope it's nothing serious. But I guess if you're going to get injured, you might as well do it in December.
Yeah, I'd rather see him healthy when it comes to league play. So
I mean, I think back to the fourth quarter he had against LC last year. I mean, what do you have? Almost 20 points in the fourth quarter alone. Led a huge comeback win on that night for the Vikings. But so the Vikings will be very anxious to get Landon back in the starting lineup as soon as he's healthy.
Drew noticed is Collegiate didn't come out and warm up after halftime. They didn't warm up at the halftime of the girls' game.
Yeah, that is bizarre.
Yeah.
Second half underway here at Parsons High School. Vikings lead by 15, and then Collegiate starts off the second half with the turnover. I thought Batiste would be the guy they would go to, and that's who they were looking to on a cut to the basket, but the pass was a little bit too high. And it's a turnover. Collegiate with a full court press. Sawyer with it, almost turned it over. He needs help and throws it away. Vikes may need a timeout. Did they get the timeout? Coach Houck was calling for a timeout, but he didn't get it in time. It is a 10-second violation on the Vikes.
Yep.
So each team starts with a turnover on their first possession here in quarter number 3. $7:39 to play in quarter number 3 with the Vikings leading Collegiate 37-22. Shackelford with it, guarded by Mack. Vikes stay in a man-to-man. Ahmad hands off to Shagay, working on Johnson, shoves off. I can't believe they didn't call the shove off. Coach Houck can't believe it either. Shagay lays it in for his first basket, and then a steal off the press and a layup by Shackelford. 4 quick points for Collegiate, and Coach Houck wants a timeout. I think it's just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here at the gym, but that's unfortunate, Tony, because that's a big moment early in the second half. We're only 44 seconds in, and now it's down to a single-digit lead for the Vikes. And how that couldn't be
that
called
was definitely a shove off.
Shagay fully extended his arm to shove off his defender, got the layup, and so essentially a 4-point play because they got a steal off the inbound. So, the Vikes could have been up by 15 with possession.
Yep.
And now it's down to, I think I said a single-digit lead. It's actually 11-point lead for the Vikes at 37-26, but
they're staying with this full-court press now.
We know referees aren't perfect. Anybody that watched the Chiefs-Packers game the other night knows that.
Yeah, that was a little.
Now look out. Poked away from behind. Could have been a foul, but no whistle. So the Vikes keep possession. Sawyer will inbound next to the Viking bench. Vikes lead by 11. 7:12 to go in the third quarter. Vikes need a good possession here. They haven't had a shot at the basket yet here early in the third quarter. Sawyer working on his defender. He's at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble now. Out to Mack. Guarded by Ahmad. Spin move. Trey Mack working hard. Nice defense by Collegiate. Back out to J.J. Kendrick. Had a huge first half with 15 points. Nice move. Great pass to Johnson. Gets his man in the air. He's fouled. Will they give him his free throws, or are they going to say it was on the floor?
I think they're giving him free. No, they're pointing to the floor.
Yeah, that could have gone either way. That could have gone either way for sure. Shege, though, now has 3 fouls. And that could be a big one, too. He hasn't done a lot offensively, but anytime you can get a 6'7" guy on the bench.
He's got a lot of length.
Yes, and we have another timeout on the floor. I believe this one was called by Collegiate. Again, we'll just keep it here at the gym. 37-26, Vikes lead by 11, 6:43 to go in quarter number 3. And, Tony, we knew that Collegiate at some point would make a run.
Yep.
And so far, off a controversial no call, layup, and then a steal and layup off the press. And, you know, it's not a big run yet, but they've outscored the Vikings 4-0 early in the second half. And Parsons, you know, Collegiate's not going to back off on the press. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. We mentioned earlier they usually substitute 5 for 5, but they're a little short-handed tonight, so they're not able to do that. But their defense is relentless. Kendrick from the baseline gets it down low to Johnson, goes up, blocked from behind. Great defense by Brett Weddick. And up ahead, an easy layup goes down for Raspberry. Collegiate playing their brand of basketball right now. And they have it down to single digits, and a silly turnover by J.J. Kendrick. Wet at the other end. Reverse layup goes down. It is all Collegiate here in the second half. Vikes get it in against the press, down to a 7-point lead. Vikes led by 15 at the break, but it is an 8-0 run to start the third quarter by the Spartans. J.J. Kendrick into the lane. Nice dish. Johnson goes up and scores. 6 points for the big man. And boy, did the Vikes need that.
Much needed.
39-30, Vikes by 9, 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Nice move by Ahmad. Missed it, gets it back. Weta out to Ahmad. There goes Batiste. Quick move. That's going to be about impossible to stop. He scores off the glass, and he is fouled by Tullis. Batiste now with 9 points.
That's impressive. He's a very athletic player. Just so quick to the basket.
And Tullis will stay in the game, even though that was his third personal. Mack heads to the bench. Well, now Jason Smart wants to check in, and they will let him, and now Tullis will head to the bench. Big start here in the third quarter for the Spartans. Points were hard to come by for Collegiate in the first half. They've already put up 10 points, and we've only played a little over 2 minutes. Free throw in and out, and the Vikings have the rebound. Smart with it. He goes up strong, scores, and he is fouled. Count the basket.
We'll take that all day.
Jason Smart now with 4 points. Robbie Raspberry picks up his third personal for Collegiate. 41-32, Vikes looking to get this lead extended back up to double digits. They led by 15 at halftime. Jason Smart, free throw on the way, a little hard off the back iron, and skying for the rebound is A.J. Batiste. Reminds me a little bit of Derek Williams with that vertical. He pulls up from 15. He's heating up.
Wow.
We just had a feeling that he would be the go-to guy here in the second half. He's in double figures with 11. 7-point lead for the Vikes at 41-34. It was all Parsons in the first half, pretty much been all Collegiate here in the second half to this point. Sawyer with a guarded three, good from way downtown, and I believe we have a timeout called by Parsons. So a deep three by Sawyer. He has 13 points, and the Vikes lead at 44-34. And I think it's a full timeout, so we will step away for a 30-second commercial break. This is Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
5 minutes, 8 seconds to play in quarter number 3. Vikes leading at 44-34. Tony, I did a quick check on my scorebook during the commercial break. Collegiate had 9 made field goals in the first half. In less than 3 minutes in the second half, they have 6 made field goals. So they have really turned up the defensive intensity and really started to knock some shots down, particularly A.J. Batiste. He has 11 points on the night to lead the way for Collegiate. Vikes being led by the 15 points of J.J. Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick's yet to score here in the second half. So if he can get heated back up, we'll make this lead even bigger.
Wichita Collegiate with the basketball out of the timeout. And a steal. Quirin has it. He doesn't really have the numbers. He wisely tries to slow up. Sawyer with it. In the corner, Quirin for 3, short. You've mentioned it a couple of times, Tony. I'd like to see the Vikes follow their shots on some of these. And I think they'll have an offensive rebound. Nice move. Layup is going to go down. Brett Wett is starting to heat up a little bit as well. He's up to 8 points. 8-point lead for the Vikes, 44-36. J.J. Kendrick was huge in the first half, being hounded by Grace. Gets around his man. Boy, that's got it. No, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to say it. That is a terrible, terrible call. J.J. Kendrick gets called for the offensive foul. He didn't hook the defender. He was getting rode the whole way. And, like I said, officials are not perfect, but how on earth you can call an offensive foul on that, it actually kind of staggers the imagination, really. And that's a huge call, too, because that's foul number 3 on J.J. Kendrick. Yep. So the Vikes catch a bad break there. 44-36, Vikes lead by 8. Drumright with it. There's a three-pointer from the near side, in and out. No good. Boy, that would have got it down to a 5-point lead if that had gone down. As it is, 8-point lead for the Vikes at 44-36, 3:52 to go in the third quarter. J.J. Kendrick still out there with those 3 personals. Picks up his dribble, finds Quirin in the corner. Jagger into the paint. Goes up, scores, and he's fouled. Nice play by the sophomore.
It's his first basket.
They're going to get Drumright with his first. So, Quirin into the scoring column. Back to a 10-point lead for the Vikes, 46-36. They led 37-22 at halftime. 6-foot sophomore puts up the free throw, and it's no good. Rebounded by Collegiate. Boy, they like to push the pace. Shackelford against Quirin, finds Ahmad in the corner. Nice pass. There's a 15-footer that's off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound, and putback goes down. I think that was Shackelford. He now has 8 points. Back to an 8-point lead for the Vikes at 46-38. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Dangerous pass. It goes out of bounds. Got away from Sawyer a little bit.
Yeah, we've
Boss checking in, replacing Johnson. So Vikings, you're going to turn the ball over against the full court press from time to time, but that was basically an unforced turnover.
We had 5 turnovers in the first, 5 turnovers in the second. We already have 5 in the third.
Yeah, that's a disturbing trend to say the least. 46-38, nice drive, and I'm going to call a foul. Did they get, I think it was Boss. Brody Boss, 6-foot senior, picks up his first. 3 team fouls apiece here in the third quarter. 3:04 to go in our third period. Vikings leading 46-38. Batiste to throw it in. Finds a cutter to the basket for an easy layup. It goes down. Shackelford in double figures with 10. Closest Collegiate has been in a long, long time. 46-40. Vikes by 6. Double team. J.J. Kendrick in trouble. Gets it to Boss. Finds Smart underneath. He's fouled, but they don't call it. Gets it back. Fouled again. They don't call it. A third try, no good. Great hustle by Kendrick. He gets it back. Kicks it out to Tullis. Into the paint. Goes up. And he does score. Great hustle by the Vikes.
4 offensive rebounds.
And then a steal. The Vikes have it. J.J. Kendrick, 2-on-2. Kicks it out. Boss, long 2. No good. Rebound by Smart. Goes up. Scores, and he's fouled. What a great sequence for the Vikes.
Wow. Unbelievable. Resilient. They're just.
Well, that could have gone a lot of different ways, Tony. You know, they could have had this down to a one-possession game. Instead, the Vikes are up by 10.
Vikes got 5 offensive rebounds on those 2 possessions.
Man, that's huge. And you had just talked about that earlier in the broadcast, how big the offensive rebounds have been tonight.
And ended up with 4 points out of it. Could be 5 if he makes this.
Smart's free throw off the mark, no good. JJ fighting for the rebound, couldn't quite get it. Quickly at the other end, quick shot, goes down, nicely done. That was Jack Grace putting it in for Collegiate. 8-point lead for the Vikes, 50-42, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tallis for 3. Trey Tallis heating up in the third quarter. He has 9 points. Back to an 11-point lead. Every time Collegiate makes a charge, the Vikes have had an answer.
That's awesome.
Grace into the front court. Crossover, jump shot from the free throw line is good.
Jack Grace.
6 points for Grace, 9-point lead for the Vikes. I'll tell you, Collegiate, they have some guys who can play, and there's a blocking foul called on Brett Wetta, just his first personal, but it's going to be free throws coming for the Vikes. That was the 5th foul. So 2 free throws coming for J.J. Kendrick. 53-44, Vikes by 9, minute 33 to go. Minute 33 to go in quarter number 3. J.J. Kendrick, 15 points in the first half, looking for his first point of the second half. The senior puts up his free throw. Oh, it spins off, no good. Vikes now 0 for 3 from the free throw line here in the third quarter. By my count, Tony, they were perfect in the first half at 6 for 6.
Yep, that's what I had.
One more for JJ, trying to make it a double-digit lead. It's
way
well
off.
short, barely grazes the front of the rim. You wonder if JJ's legs are getting a little bit tired. He expended a lot of energy in the first half. Oh, a nice drive by Wetta, but he missed the layup, rebounded by Barkas. Vikes with the ball, 9-point lead, minute 20 to go in the third quarter. JJ goes baseline, cut off, kicks it out to Tallis. He thought about a 3. He's in trouble. He needs help. Gets it to Barkas. Little ragged possession here this time by the Vikes. Quirin penetrates. Oh, tough shot. Can't get it to go. Johnson with the offensive board. Gets it back and then threw it away. Basically threw it right at the feet of J.J. Kendrick. Would have liked to see the Vikings maybe just kick that out and try to reset, because that whole possession was kind of out of whack. Exactly 1 minute to go in the third period. Vikes lead at 53-44.
I mean, I feel like we've weathered the storm.
Yep.
But we just need to continue to play solid.
Yeah. Collegiate had 22 at halftime. They've put up 22 here in the third quarter. From the free throw line, shot goes down for Raspberry. 24-point quarter for Collegiate, 53-46. Long pass to Tallis. Goes reverse layup, good with the right hand, Trey Tallis. He's in double figures with 11. 9-point lead for the Vikes, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Vikes will get the basketball to start quarter number 4. Batiste on the near side, wants to drive. It's up a floater that goes. What a shot by A.J. Batiste. Wow. Vikes by 7. They have 10 seconds to work with. Sawyer got bumped, no call. 5 seconds. You know he wants to shoot it. He's double teamed. Finds an open teammate. Quirin for 3, no good. And that's the end of the quarter number 3. Great quarter for Collegiate, but Parsons still leads it 55-48. We'll be back with quarter number 4 in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here And here, it's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
And we are back live. Parsons High School just in time for the start of the fourth quarter. Vikes leading at 55-48. They'll have the ball first. And Tony, 13 two-point field goals in the third quarter by Collegiate. They can put up points in a hurry, but the Vikings score by quarters, 18, 19, 18. If they can do that again in the fourth quarter, you have to like their chances, because I don't think Collegiate... Oh, a 30-footer goes down by Sawyer.
What is that?
Are you kidding me right now?
What is he doing?
16 for Sawyer, and it's a 10-point lead for the Vikes at 58-48. Nobody expected that, I don't think, except for maybe Sawyer himself. Back in the game is Shagay, but a long two put up, no good, and then a foul going the other way. Good start to the fourth quarter for the Vikes. Raspberry just picked up his fourth.
Tell you one person that really, really liked that was Derek Williams. He's sitting on the front row over here. He went crazy when that went down.
Derek Williams, I hadn't even seen him across the way. Great point guard for the Vikings. Dangerous pass. Who's going to get it? J.J. Kendrick saves the possession. Up ahead to Tullis. Great pass to Johnson. He blocked from behind. And here comes Collegiate with it. 58-48. Vikes by 10. 7:22 to go in our game. Shackelford out to Ahmad. Floater. He's going to get the roll. First basket of the night for Ahmad. 58-50. Vikes by 8. 7:05 to go. Collegiate coach wanting more pressure. Sawyer gets it to Kendrick right in front of the Viking bench. JJ has it poked away, but rather Sawyer does. Great hustle by Tullis. He saves the possession. Great bounce pass to Tullis, and he can't score, bothered by the length of Shagay.
Wow.
It was a great effort. Nice pass by Johnson. Great effort by Tullis. 58-50. Vikes by 8. 6:38 to go in our game. Batiste almost took steps. Grace with it. Oh, he shoved off. They've got that one. They got that one. And now Sawyer, he's a fiery competitor, but he had words, I think, for Grace. And you have to be careful, Tony. We don't need a technical at this point.
No.
Officials have missed a couple of those tonight, but they were on top of that one. All in all, it's actually been a pretty well officiated game.
Throw it away.
Almost threw it away. Great. But the Vikes have saved multiple possessions already here in the fourth quarter. JJ with nice ball handling skills. Sawyer thought about a deep three. Instead, he goes to the rack and scores.
That's a
big time.
Big
18
time
points
play
for Sawyer. He is now the leading scorer for the Vikes. They go back up by 10 over top-ranked Collegiate, 60-50. 6 minutes to go in our game. Batiste picks up his dribble, but somehow he gets to the basket and scores. He is an amazing athlete. 15 points for the sophomore. 60-52. Vikes are just going to have to play solid basketball for the final 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Jason Smart with a strong move. Oh, he missed it.
Oh,
gets it back
rebound.
And scores. Great hustle by the Vikings.
Great offensive rebound there.
8 points for Smart. Vikings have just showed so much grit tonight. Oh, great no-look pass underneath. Easy layup for Shackelford. Batiste with the assist. Defensive pressure continues by Collegiate, and it will continue until the final buzzer, I can assure you. Vikes almost throw it away. Instead, Smart gets it. Goes up over his man and scores. Jason Smart.
10 points.
Double figures. 10-point lead for the Vikes at 64-54. 5 minutes to go in our ball game. Even some of the Collegiate players looking a little gassed right now. Ahmad in the corner to Grace. Gets around his man. Weta to Ahmad. Out to Grace for three. He's good. If he gets his feet set, he is a deadly shooter. He now has 9 points. 7-point lead for the Vikes. Behind the back. What a move by JJ. Wow. He lays it in.
Unbelievable.
His first points of the second half, and what a way to do it. 66-57. Vikes by 9, 4:38 to go in our ball game. We will step away for a 30-second break and be right back. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Yeah, we are back live at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. This is going to be a thrilling final 4 minutes and 38 seconds. Vikings have so far had an answer for every run by Collegiate. Every time Collegiate has tried to punch the Vikings in the mouth, the Vikings have been able to respond. Vikes lead by 9. Collegiate with the basketball as play resumes. Connor Barkus back out on the floor for the Vikes, guarding Drumright. Drumright wants to go to the basket, gets cut off, and throws it away.
Wow.
They're trying to get it to Batiste. You know, I look at Batiste. I wouldn't say he's gassed, Tony, but he's expended a lot of energy tonight. His legs might be just a tad heavy. We can only hope. J.J. Kendrick with it. Spin move. Thought about a jump shot. Instead gives it off to Trey Mack. Bounce pass to Johnson. He lost it. Fighting for it. He gets it back somehow. Three-pointer by JJ. It's going to be rounded off, no good, and loose ball run down by Collegiate. Boy, that would have been huge if that had gone down. Batiste quickly up ahead. Thought about a three, and he's fouled.
Chege pushed into Mack.
Boy, that's a tough break. That will be the Vikings, just the Vikings first, and that's Coach Houck saw what you saw. Trey Mack second, the team's first here in the fourth quarter. 3:57 to go in our ball game. Vikes leading at 66-57. I think all 10 players on the floor kind of welcoming this short break. And now play will resume. Batiste has it. Hands off to Weta. Tried to do a bounce pass, and the Vikes have it. Tony, I can't believe how many loose balls the Vikes have beaten Collegiate to tonight. Another great move by JJ. Kicks it out to Johnson. Thought the big man was going to launch a three. Bad pass. A steal by Drumright. And he lays it in at the other end. Big defensive play by Drumright. He is a scrappy player. Down to 7, 66-59. Vikes have the ball. 3:25 to go. Jason Smart has it poked away. It'll stay with the Vikes. 3:24 to go. Well, you talk about a team that gets after defensively, Tony, and, you know, Collegiate really does. But, you know, hats off to the Vikes. They've handled it pretty well tonight, and the Vikes have forced Collegiate into plenty of turnovers as well.
Yeah, the Collegiate had 10 in the first half, only 5 in the second half. They've had a couple here in the last couple of minutes. They went a stretch there without turning it over. But the Vikings only one turnover in this quarter.
Vikes get it in to Kendrick. JJ, double team, gets it to Tullis. Trey backs it out. Vikes with the ball, 7-point lead. Sawyer in trouble on the baseline, gets it out to Mack for a three. It's good! Trey Mack knocks it down. His first basket of the night, and it gives the Vikings a 10-point lead. Batiste quickly at the other end, no good, but he's fouled. The sophomore trying to take over for Collegiate. Trey Mack picks up his third personal. So now Kendrick, Mack, and Tullis all with 3 personals. 3:01 to go in our game. 69-59 is your score. Vikes lead by 10. Batiste to the line, and nothing but net on that one for the sophomore. He now has 16 points to lead the way for the Spartans. 69-60, Vikes by 9, 3 minutes, 1 second to go in our ball game. Vikes have pretty much, well, not pretty much, they have led since the opening tip. Then they scored the first 9 points of the game. Second free throw, no good. Vikes have the rebound up ahead to Tullis. Goes into Shagay, and, they're going to say he took steps. I didn't see it. I didn't see him shuffle his feet, but the official was right there on top of it, so tough break. Looked like the Vikes had an advantage.
He probably should have passed that to the other side.
2:54 to go in our game. Can the Vikings hang on? 69-60. We knew this would probably be a high-scoring game. It's been up and down action all night. Wide open three-pointer. This is big, and it goes down. Raspberry knocks it down. We have a timeout on the floor by Collegiate. 2-possession game, 69-63, 2:41 to go. In quarter number 4, it's a full timeout, I believe. It is a full timeout, so we'll step away for 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on B93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Can the Parsons Vikings hang on? That is the question. 2:41 to go in the ball game. Vikes leading top-ranked Collegiate 69-63. Vikes have led the entire night. They scored the first 9 points of the game. They led by 15 at halftime, 37-22. They led by 7 at the end of the third quarter at 55-48. Teams have basically played to a draw here in the fourth quarter. Vikings leading by 6, and they will have possession, and as expected, Collegiate setting up that dangerous full-court press. Sawyer, Kendrick, Tullis, Quirin, and Johnson on the floor for the Vikes, and they throw it away. Went right through the hands of Trey Tullis. Every possession vital the rest of the way, Tony, so you hate to see that.
That's tough. That's our third turnover of the quarter.
Shackelford to throw it in. You knew Collegiate was not going to go away. And they are right in the thick of things with 2:38 to go. Shackelford just hit a big 3 moments ago. Picks up his dribble, looking for a cutter. Not there. Shagay has it. And they're going to call a foul on Sawyer, and that is just his second, I believe. And just the third team foul, so the Vikes still have a foul to give here in quarter number 4. 2 team fouls on Collegiate. Shackelford gets it out at the top of the key. Batiste, jump shot, off the mark, no good. Kendrick has it, looked like he got fouled, and no call. Vikes with a 6-point lead and possession, 2:15 to go. Sawyer pushed off.
Wow,
no call.
Lucky.
They have let a lot of those go. Oh, he's going to go and launch a 3. That probably an ill-advised shot. And it's no good. Vikes with the lead and possession. Probably should have ran a little clock. 3-pointer from the deep corner. Off the backboard. No, top of the backboard. Here comes JJ. And he gets bumped and fouled. Probably a good foul by Collegiate because he may have had a layup. So that is going to go on Raspberry.
And that's his 5th.
Yep, he's out. 6'2 senior heads to the bench. Drumright checks in to replace him. Minute 56 to go in our ball game. Vikes leading it by 6. Kendrick to inbound from the baseline. Finds a cutter. It's Tullis. Goes up with the left hand, and he scores. Big basket by the Vikes off the inbound. They lead by 8. Minute 47 to go. Ahmad to Batiste. Collegiate. They have to go quickly now. Shot no good. Oh, they're going to get a foul on Quirin, and 2 free throws coming for Batiste.
Big second half for not just Jason Smart, but Travion Tolis,
Yes.
both of them huge second half to keep us in the lead.
8-point lead for the Vikes. Batiste has 16 points for Collegiate. 2 free throws for the sophomore. First one in and out, no good. Shege getting ready to check in, I believe, for Collegiate. And he will replace Grace. Vikes have Tolis, Johnson, Sawyer, Kendrick, and Quirin on the floor. Vikes need to box out in case of a miss right here. Free throw, good. Makes it a 7-point lead for the Vikes, 71-64. Minute 40 to go in our game. Vikes break the press. J.J. Kendrick to Quirin, back to J.J. And now the Vikes look like they're going to, Johnson on the baseline. Looks like he wants to make a move and nearly lost it. Whew. And I think Coach Houck is telling him, hey, we don't have to look to score like that right now. Collegiate still has a foul to give. Again, no 1-and-1 this year in high school basketball. Everything will be 2 shots. Vikes barely get it in. Sawyer has it to Kendrick. And there's the foul. Yeah, it's a 3-possession game right now, Tony. The Vikes don't need to look to score. You know, if they have a layup, by all means take it. But
yeah, they can
make Collegiate chase.
I would run 10 to 15 seconds every time I'm running anything at this point.
Vikes, boy, they need to get this ball in, and they barely do to Sawyer. And he's going to back it out toward half court. It'll be 2 fouls, or 2 shots rather, on the next Collegiate foul. Quirin for 3, no good.
That shot.
Nope, they didn't need that shot at all. 2-on-1, oh, that's a foul. So, but a nice job by Sawyers because he kept Batiste from getting the layup, but it'll still give Batiste and Collegiate a chance to score with that clock stopped. Yeah, here again, the Vikes, there's no need to take a shot, especially a 20-foot jump shot in that situation.
That's too bad.
Sawyer with his 3rd personal. Be 2 shots for everybody the rest of the way as Batiste knocks down the free throw. He'll have 1 more. He has 18 points. 11 here in the second half. 71-65, Vikes by 6. Second one off the mark, no good, and Collegiate gets it. Oh, they missed the layup. Vikes catch a huge break, and then Johnson is fouled, and he'll have 2 free throws at the other end. Hope the big man has his legs. He knocked down a couple of free throws for the Vikes in the first half. He has 6 points on the night. So clock stopped, 61 seconds to play in our ball game. 1 minute, 1 second. Vikes lead by 6, and Tony, boy, big if he can just get one of these.
Yeah, make it a 3-possession game again.
That's a pretty soft touch. And are we going to have a timeout?
He's got the ball. I'm not sure what's going on. Somebody foul out?
Batiste? No, I don't think that's right. No, Batiste didn't even come close.
He's only got 1.
Yeah, I showed Batiste with 1. Batiste couldn't believe it.
He's like, what?
And the coaching staff couldn't believe it either. So Johnson, 2 big free throws coming for the 6'1 junior. Vikes leading by 6 with just over a minute to play in our ball game. First one on the way. Off the back iron, couldn't get it. 1 more. Vikes have been able to keep Collegiate at arm's length the entire night. Can they hang on for 61 more seconds? Now we have a timeout by Collegiate.
Trying to ice him, Scott.
71-65. Vikes lead by 6. We'll keep it here at the gym.
So we got assistant coach there for Collegiate, Parsons graduate, around the 99 to 2001 area, Ronald Watson. I can't remember. Did he play basketball for us?
You know, I kind of remember that name. That would be in that stretch of time when I was living out in western Kansas, and I kind of lost touch with Viking basketball. But if he's on the sidelines at Wichita Collegiate, I have a feeling he probably suited up.
I know he went to LCC, and then I know he was on the coaching staff with Armando Johnson at LCC, and then I knew he went like to Arkansas to head coach somewhere. But when I saw him here tonight, I was like, hey, that's Mr. Watson. I remember him, whenever he was at LCC, and good kid. Well, young man now.
Yeah, exactly. I said at the beginning of the quarter, if the Vikes could kind of come up about 18, 19 points this quarter, they would probably hang on and win it. Right now they have scored 16 in the quarter and lead by 6 as Johnson heads to the line for a huge free throw. His first one was a little hard off the back iron. Second one on the way is good.
That's a big one.
He knocks it down. He heads to the bench after knocking down the big free throw, replaced by Jason Smart. 3-possession game right now. 72-65. Vikes lead it. Minute to play. Coach Houck imploring his team to box out.
A lot of athleticism out there on the floor for the Vikings here.
Yep, Sawyer, Smart, Kendrick, Quirin, and Tullis. Here comes Ahmad with it as we go under the 1-minute mark. Batiste from 15. No good, rebounded by Smart. Gets it to Sawyer. The Vikes just need to hang on to the basketball, and Sawyer gets fouled right at half court. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Sawyer has 18 points on the night.
I think that was a flop, Scott.
Yeah, the way he stayed on the ground for a few extra seconds, I think you're probably right.
Yeah, he's been a good free throw shooter. Hopefully he can knock these down.
First one, good. Who would have? Sawyer's a great shooter, a great scorer, but I actually thought J.J. Kendrick would be the leading scorer for the Vikes after that huge first half that he had. But right now it's Sawyer leading the way with 19 points, looking for his 20th point right here. He can't get it. It spins off. And here comes Collegiate. 8-point lead for the Vikes. 43 seconds to play, and then
Sawyer,
a silly foul.
Don't do that.
Not only is that Sawyer's 4th, it stops the clock.
Definitely don't need that.
Clock stops with 43 seconds. Vikes leading at 73-65. Again, 2 shots. The rest of the way for both ball clubs. Batiste's first free throw, no good.
Wow, that surprises me.
Yeah, he's missed 3 free throws in the fourth quarter.
Could be tired legs.
It has been up and down action since the opening tip. It has been a fun night here at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. Second free throw, good. Still a 3-possession game for the Vikes. Oh, a bad pass. Going to be an easy steal. Collegiate with a 3-pointer, no good. Tip, no good. And Sawyer has it. Huge moment in this ball game, then tipped out of bounds. Vikes have to take care of the basketball, Tony. Some of these lob passes against the press are not going to cut it. But 7-point lead for the Vikes, 31 seconds to play. And Collegiate pretty much in a position. If they don't get a quick steal, they have to foul. Here comes Sawyer with it into the front court.
Just hold it.
20 seconds, and there's the foul by Drumright. Just a few more free throws, and this ball game's over, Tony.
Yeah, at this point with a 3-possession game, it should be over now. I mean,
yeah, it would take some doing. Collegiate would have to hit some quick threes, and they may only have 1 timeout left, if that. 2 free throws for Quirin. First one is short. Quirin 0 for 2 from the line. He has 2 points, trying to extend the Viking lead to 8. Second free throw short, and rebounded by Collegiate, so it's not over quite yet. Crossover, nice move, and then a dunk on the follow-up, and we have a timeout called. That was almost basket interference. That was close, and that's what Coach Houck wanted. He took it off the rim and slammed it, is what it looked like.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, it was still on the rim when he dunked it, so that could have been
close.
Basket interference. I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, just 12 seconds left in the game. Vikes lead by 5. The only way the Vikings probably don't win this, Tony, is if they can't get the ball inbounds.
Yeah, if they throw it away right away.
Because Collegiate can't even try to force the Vikings into a 10-second count. There's not enough time. If the Vikings get it in, they have to go for the immediate steal. If they don't get it, they have to foul. And two more points clinches it
and
for
then
the
it
Vikes.
might run into the thing whereas if they score and they don't have any timeouts,
Just let it run.
5 seconds runs off the clock.
That's right.
So that honestly takes it down to 7.7 if that's the case. But that remains to be seen at this point.
Vikes looking to spring a big upset tonight on the top-ranked team in Class 3A, the Wichita Collegiate Spartans. Coach Houck still has his team in the huddle, drawing up an inbounds play. You know, and we've seen this before, Tony. You might even throw it long.
Yeah.
If it's there. If it's there, and it'd be a game-clinching layup. But you have to be careful doing that because if you throw it too long and nobody touches it, then Collegiate gets the ball under their own basket.
With no time off the clock.
Main thing, just get the ball in. J.J. Kendrick having a little bit of trouble, but he gets it to Sawyer. Boy, he's fouled. They don't call it. And then there's the steal. Let him go. Let him go. Oh, he traveled. I didn't see it.
That's a makeup call, Scott. I think that's a makeup call.
That should wrap it up. Vikes need to get it in, though. And a timeout called by Houck. So I'll have to go back and watch that on replay later. I didn't see the travel.
I didn't either.
And that would have made it a one-possession game. And here again, there are only 7 seconds on the clock. If they are out of timeouts, the Vikes could have just pretty much almost let the clock run to 0. It would have been very difficult for Collegiate anyway, but still, you know, you think about it. If that basket had counted and they'd been able to foul the Vikes with 2 or 3 seconds left in the game, the Vikes would have had to come down here and make one to clinch it. But as it stands now, as long as they get the ball inbounds, should be lights out. I don't know how you make up a 5-point deficit in 7 seconds. I've seen some really bizarre things happen over the years, especially since they implemented the three-point line back in the 87-88 season. Vikes still huddled up around Coach Houck. It's just incredible, Tony. The Vikes have never trailed tonight.
Yeah, that's impressive. Never been tied.
No. I think Collegiate got it down to 1 or 2 points at around 11-10, I believe it was.
I think it was 11-10.
Vikes threw it away, but Sawyer saves it. And, boy, how about a foul? And finally they called a foul with 4 seconds to go. And Sawyer got hit in the side of the head, but he will go to the line to shoot 2. And this game is going to belong to the Vikings as long as we don't have some bizarre technical foul or something.
I don't think there's anything.
Mathematically, it's impossible for Collegiate to force overtime.
Especially if Sawyer knocks down at least one of these.
First one on the way. Perfect. .20 night for the 5'10 junior. Second one on the way is good. 75-68. 4 seconds to go. Three-pointer at the other end. No good. This ball game is over. The Vikings have upset the top-ranked Collegiate Spartans 75-68. What a night for the Vikings. Let's take a 3-minute commercial break. We'll be back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. This is Viking basketball on B93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Yeah, we're back live at Parsons High School. Time now for the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. What a night for the Vikings. Wire to wire, they lead top-ranked Collegiate and knock off the top-ranked team in Class 3A by a final score of 75-68. Tony, other than some turnovers that we knew would happen against the Collegiate press, I don't know that the Vikings could have played much better.
No, they were impressive. You know, J.J. Kendrick, huge first half, and then in the second half you got Jason Smart coming in and Trey Tullis. I mean, just impressive just by all three of those players just to keep this game going. And then Dante Sawyer, both halves, just, you know, great. I think he had over 10 in each half. You know, if you get double digits in both halves, that's pretty impressive. And, you know, this is a team that you know, it's a team that could be one of those teams that's going to be a tough out when it comes time for sub-state. And wins like this is what's going to, you know, help make that seeding at the end of the year even better. That's what really, you know, just churns me on that Friday night when it's 53-53 and, you know, 247 and you don't get it out. It's just, it makes it I guess it just makes this one that much sweeter.
Vikes are, it just kind of seems like the Vikes are kind of cursed against the Trojans. I don't know why. They've beat them a couple of times over the years, but it seems like, you know, it always goes down to those final few minutes every year.
It always does.
But, you know, what a way to rebound by the Vikes tonight, knocking off top-ranked Collegiate 75-68. While we're waiting on Coach Houck to come up for the post-game interview, we'll run down the final scoring totals. First for the Spartans, they were led by 6'2" sophomore A.J. Batiste with 21 points. Shackelford was also in double figures with 12. Grace had 9, Weta with 8, Drumright with 7, Shege with 2, Raspberry with 7, and Ahmad with 2. Leading the way for the Vikes, Dante Sawyer with 21, J.J. Kendrick with 17, Trey Tullis in double figures with 13, Jason Smart in double figures with 10, Mack with 3, Quirin with 2, and Brody Boss with 2 to round out the scoring. Again, the Vikings win it 75-68. And Coach Houck is going to join us very shortly as soon as he gets able to get his headset on. Vikings 1-1 on the year, and they will take on Circle on Thursday.
Circle Thursday night, yep.
So joined now by, I'm sure, a very happy Anthony Houck. Vikings win it over the top team in Class 3A, 75-68. Coach, your team led Collegiate wire to wire. You guys never trailed tonight. Every time Collegiate made a charge, and they made a lot of charges, you guys had an answer every single time. Honestly, it was one of the most impressive performances I've seen in a long, long time.
Man, I mean, and it started yesterday. It started yesterday at after school. You know, our focus was our focus was really good, and you know, the first thing I told them, we had a meeting in my classroom to start yesterday. First thing I told them is I loved last year how I told them I believe they're a resilient bunch. And last year, after we started the way we did, 0-7, I never would have. I mean, I believed in them, but man, they went on a whale of a run last year. And I told them because of that. And then I talked about them. All of them are football guys. We talked about the Frontenac game. Man, what a disheartening. You know, that they played so good, and you know they were bummed out after that game. But I told them. The following week, I'm in the weight room working out, and the windows are open in there, and I just hear the spirit they had out there at practice that Columbus week, and then they go out and just put it on Columbus, you know. And I told them we got our butts kicked on Friday. We didn't play well, you know, and we need to be that same resilient bunch that we were after Frontenac. And man, they had a great practice. J.J. Kendrick stays after practice for an hour, probably shooting. I mean, you know,
it pays off. Obviously,
I could go on and on, but I'm just so proud of this group. They know they're playing a good team. You know, I don't want to hear anything about, well, they're missing 2 guys. You know what? So are we.
Yeah, we're missing Landon.
So are we.
Our best athlete.
One
of our best
athletes. Our bench stepped up. Jason Smart, what a game.
Man,
you know?
Jason Smart. Man. So many offensive rebounds. I don't even know how many he had. I just have and on 2 possessions in a row, we had 5 offensive rebounds, and it amounted to 5 points.
Yeah. You know, our number one goal, the first thing written down and the main thing we preached on was play hard for all 4 quarters. Yep. And I believe we did that. You know, hey, they're a good team, and they made plenty of runs on us, but we were still playing hard.
Yep. Yeah,
it
was just, we knew it would be a track meet.
Yeah.
And it was from start to finish. The broadcasters get tired in a game like that, and I think the coaches do too. I mean, it's hard to catch your breath.
Man, they had some dudes though, man. They had some kids.
They have some kids that can ball.
And just for us to be able to step up and guard that, you know, again, Jagger had a great night defensively on 5, and Gerard, Troike, man, he steps up against, you know, Batista here tonight, and just, I mean, the kid still had 21, but Jagger did a good job on him.
Oh yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
Coach,
some of the shots he made were incredible.
Unbelievable.
You know, and there's been a lot of Viking teams over the years. I couldn't necessarily say this, and this is against obviously a really good collegiate team. Those loose balls, those so-called 50-50 balls.
Yep.
You guys got way over half of them. You got it, and I don't think it was a matter of the ball bouncing the right way. It was just flat out hustle by your team. And then we talked a lot about Dante Sawyer tonight. We talked a lot about J.J. Kendrick. They led the way with combined 38 points. But one thing we talked about in pregame, other guys are going to have to step up, and you already mentioned some of them. But you know, Trey Tollis, and Jason Smart in double figures, and you know, in a close game like this, every basket matters. Brody Boss,
he had
a basket. You know, and every point matters.
And while they weren't scoring points, here's what kind of teammates they are. In the fourth quarter of a big game, of a home game, Trey Mack and Brody Boss didn't play very much in the fourth quarter. Yeah. I told them, not because you guys are doing anything wrong, but we got a sophomore Jagger and a junior Jason Smart just out there. It's their night. Yeah. They had a good night, and those guys were great teammates about it. I'm telling you, it's a great group. I mean, the seniors and, you know, a junior were cleaning up the bench hair afterwards. Just a great bunch of kids, and I know they're going to keep doing the right things.
Well, and you guys were so consistent offensively. You had 18 first quarter, 19 in the second quarter, another 18 in the third quarter, and going into the fourth quarter, Tony and I said, if they can put up 17 or 18 again, you're probably going to win. And they put up 20. Yeah. And just kept him at arm's length. It never got down to one possession in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So that was awesome.
I'd say the biggest disappointment of the night was probably the first minute of the third quarter. Right. You know, I mean, we were as fired up as we were at halftime. You know, we had to call timeout within 40 seconds or something. You know, so but recovered from that and made some shots it kind of sucked to look up at the scoreboard and know that we held them to 22 in the first half and we gave up 26 in the third.
Yeah. 13 field goals in the second quarter. Third quarter.
But man, for us to answer that, I mean, it was just a little slugfest and it was fun.
It was a lot of fun, and we're not going to end on a negative note. But the one thing I noticed as I looked over the scorebook, 8 missed free throws in the second half, but I don't think that was nerves. How much of that do you think was tired legs?
That was some of it. That was a lot of it.
And man, so much energy was expended tonight by both teams.
Right. I thought you were going to mention the negative part about Landon. It sucks. He rolled his ankle last night at practice. So
is that we knew he was out with injury, but we didn't know the nature of it.
Yeah. So he went up for a rebound and just came down somebody's foot and just rolled. It's that one he nursed last year.
Yeah, that's tough. So is he out for the week? We don't know yet, huh?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I mean, if Landon will probably want to play Thursday.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see what our trainer says, and I really want to have him healthy for next week's league matchup.
Yeah,
so.
those will be big.
That would be more. And
away at Fort Scott, and then they'll bet here.
Yep.
I mean,
I think he'd rather play those two than
Well, I know every game is different because the matchups are always different, but. I mean, what a confidence booster for your team to go out and beat a team like Collegiate without Landon Weed in the lineup. Right. So, they know now that even if the big guy's on the bench, they can still beat a good team.
Man, just to win this game and have 9 guys play, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That
was spectacular. You guys
win
at 75-68. I think Sean Fry's waiting to interview you as well, Coach. So we'll let you go. We appreciate your time.
All right,
Great win.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck on
Thursday.
Thank you guys.
Tony, what a fun night.
Yep.
Vikings get the sweep, 61-42 in the girls' game, 75-68 in the boys' contest. Any final thoughts from you, sir?
No. Just a reminder that it will be on the radio, but it won't be us on Thursday. And if you want to watch the live stream, you'll have to go to Tawanda Circle's website and figure out And the school district might send something out via Facebook as well. So.
And then will we have a live stream Saturday?
Yes, we will.
Okay, so back to normal on Saturday. That's a Saturday morning tip, right?
Yeah.
11 in the morning?
Yeah, me and Drew are going to make the track Saturday morning.
And well,
he's so excited. You can see it.
That's a long drive for an 11, especially for an 11 a.m. tip. But I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. So once again, Vikes upset top-ranked Collegiate, 75-68. That'll wrap it up for our Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. For Tony and Drew Fuentes and Karen Hardesty, this is